What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Johnny with you. It's January 27, 2026. How is everybody doing out there today? A little bit of back-to-back action on this Monday and now Tuesday. It is the LA Kings. They're 21, 16, and 13. Those overtime loss points certainly helping them out. Their head coach is Jim Hiller. It's Alex Laferriere, Corey Perry, Adrian Kempe, Mikey Anderson, Drew Doughty, Quinton Byfield, Trevor Moore, Warren Fogle, with Joel Edmondson. In this lineup, I believe he is injured, so he's not going to be playing today with Brandt, Clarke. Joel Armia, Kevin Fiala, Andrei Kuzmenko, Samuel Hellenius, Jeff Mallett, and Taylor Ward. That's a fourth line I'm not familiar with. Brian Dumoulin and Cody Ceci will be the back-end defense. Darcy Kemper should get the start in net tonight. And for the Red Wings, head coached by Tom McClellan, they have had a heck of a month since, I think, December into this January. They've gotten a ton of points. John Gibson, I believe, is at 16 of his last 18 starts, won, and the Red Wings are playing well. This is the second of two meetings between the two. Red Wings won the first one in LA via shootout, and we'll see what happens again. Lucas Raymond got the game winner there. So head coached by Tom McClellan, the Wings are 32, 16, and 5, currently second in the Atlantic because Tampa won yesterday. Dylan Larkin, Marco Kasper should be on the bottom portion of the line. There'll be JVR on the top line with Larkin and Lucas Raymond, according to the morning skate. Jacob Bernard Docker, Moritz Seider. Andrew Copp, Alex DeBrincat, Patrick Kane. Second line remain unchanged with Ben Sherratt, Axel St. and Pellica. JT Compher, Emmett Finney, Marco Kasper should be on this third line. And then Michael Rasmussen, Elmer Soderblom, Mason Appleton, per usual, on the fourth, with Albert Johansson and Travis Hamonic. Now, we did find out that Simon Edvinsson, the Red Wings defenseman, is going to miss time. But because of the Olympic break in about, 10 or so days on February 7th, he's only going to miss 5 games. Now, in this span, you got LA, you got Washington, you got Colorado off the back-to-back. It's going to be some tough games, and they will miss the heavy shot blocker, good stick check, physical player, fast, Simon Edvinsson. But considering he's going to get a whole month to essentially rehab an injury that he'll be able to come back from anyway, and the Wings are continually playing games without him because of that break, I think it's going to be a blessing in disguise. John Gibson this time will get the start when Cam Talbot won that first meeting. So John Gibson, they profiled his numbers. And let me make sure that I look this up in my notes because I did mark that down. We're looking this on Fox 2 today as far as local. So the last 17 games, that is goals against average, save percentage. I think there was one that was second in saves, wins, and all that. John Gibson is first in every other category. And Patrick Kane still 2 points from passing Mike Modano, the former Minnesota North Star and Dallas Star, for most points all time among U.S.-born skaters. He sits at 1,373 points. Can Kane do it tonight? He might. Again, you got Washington, Colorado, and then at Colorado and Utah into the Olympic break. So LA and Washington probably the most winnable games. Washington hasn't played that well of late. I understand their standing when you got Ovechkin, Tom Olsen, and a lot of those guys in the like Hendricks, Lapierre. They got some good players. But I would think that the Red Wings would win this one tonight and then beat Washington. And then when Cooper joins me Saturday at that 1 p.m. start in ABC against Colorado at LCA, we'll see if the Red Wings at least split that, maybe win LA, Washington, maybe lose against Utah. That would already be great before the Olympic break because you're not going to win every game, I wouldn't think, in that standing. LA usually plays these ones pretty tight to the vest. Again, that's why they get so many OT loss points at 13. So we're underway here at LCA. Dylan Larkin's back pass. Be recollected by Raymond. It's Van Riemsdyk wide open, and this starts auspiciously. It was left pad save there for Darcy Kemper. Moritz Seider off the gut. He shoots. And this one is rimmed higher on the boards. It's kept in by Jacob Bernard Docker. He's patient. Throws a backhand in behind the inboards now. Red Wings immediately in the 30 seconds were shot out of a cannon. And I was going to say this as this Larkin shot will be held by Darcy Kemper, that they were supposed to play in Columbus last night, but because of all the weather that we've had and along middle Michigan, if I want to call it there, we're not in the UP, but in the lower portion of Michigan, They were not able to play that game in Columbus last night because of the black ice, the crappy conditions, and everything else. So LA still traveled, I believe, to Columbus. Then they didn't have to play, and then they have to travel to Detroit. They were going to have 3 games in 4 nights heading into it. So I am wondering what their energy level is going to be, as the Red Wings will get another shot on net that goes up the stick shaft of Darcy Kemper and pull up the rest of their lines. This is sent back around Warren Foegele as a pass that goes left to right. Again, the LA Kings, they're not wearing those monochrome helmets, thank God, as this one is long glove save from Foegele by Gibson. It'll be held at 19:04 of the first. Feels good to be able to actually cover a local game live. Now, the way that it's set up over here, I'm not able to get any of the FanDuel stuff, and if I do, on occasion, it's going to have to be on delay or anything that is on national or local side. But this is one of the 4 games that will be simulcast. I believe 2 of 4 this year. So I don't really want to miss the opportunity. So we'll cover the Wings a couple times this week. Backhand in front of the net. And that was a great save by Gibson. Closed the 5-hole. I believe that was on Mallet. As this is sent back down the ice, not ice. And flip back around. Drew Doughty out there now. Again, no Anze Kopitar. Not having the same numbers, but again, he's almost 40 years old. You got Corey Perry, I believe, still on the top line for Ken Holland, who was the former GM of the Red Wings now for LA. And this team might be able to get enough overtime loss points to get in. The way that they play, as their shot goes wide enough to the inboards. Now LA trying to get as good as they get. As this puck did not get cleared out, but a good stick shot and knocking away from Detroit. Again, they're in their home reds with the white striping. Body for Fiala. And this will be picked up now. Kuzmenko throws it back to the point. Gibson saves it, bounces up in the air to the right side dot, and all of a sudden the Kings are looking good inside this first minute. Emmett Finney, all these forces to the left side to red line. Picked up now by the Kings. Here's Kuz, the former Flame, pass across. And this one will get knocked aside. And behind the net of John Gibson, here's Michael Rasmussen. Rasmussen now carries. Able to try to windmill. Cooking himself toward the left side boards. Mason Appleton now gives chase. The 4th line out there for Tom McClellan's squad. Again, he used to coach the Kings a long time ago. He's always one of those guys, as Ian Genji told me, gets his team back on the right path. If the players run and knows how to coach. He's coached now, I believe, 102 games with the Red Wings since coming over, and it's been completely transformational. Moritz Seider was falling down. He got a soft spot on the ice, but he was able to get to the blue line side before the puck goes into the Red Wings benches. It is 3-1 on the shot board, and that one there, make sure that I get a number on it. Let me pull up this ESPN portion of the box. But that was a breakaway opportunity out in front of the net, essentially, for Warren Foegele that was denied by John Gibson. Larkin, first line out there, doesn't win the draw. As this gets sent in, and Ben Sherratt with a soft chase against the 40-year-old Corey Perry. Again, he still works his way in front of the net, tries to get tips and cause chaos. He is the 3rd leading scorer on this team. And at 40 years of age, that kind of tells you, as we talk about, LA doesn't score very much, but I believe they're 4th in defense. It's kind of like the Islanders yesterday when we covered them. Laferriere now for Corey Perry on his backhand. Still able to kind of big rig it as much as this goes back to the point off a flip pass. ASP. He gets tied up by Corey Perry. Sherratt will flip it out. And the Red Wings 2-on-2. Marco Kasper across the wing. Joining Larkin. Kasper can't fan on the opportunity. Larkin trying to bank it off of Kemper. Kasper picked it up. He would have scored. And now Raymond with a chop. Gets it ahead here for Marco Kasper. And this will be intercepted now by Corey Perry. Now to the left side dot. The LA Kings will take their change. Jim Miller's squad will get new troops as Albert Johansson has it now. 15:55 left to go in this first round. Here with you on a solo call. Here's Patrick Kane. Number 88 will send it in here for Alex DeBrincat. And on the left side red line, as this will be flipped back down. Again, Patrick Kane 1 point shy of tying Mike Modano, 2 points of breaking the record for entering today. So this could be a really good spot to have a celebration in the Red Wings win if they can get to it. Either way, you got to get the 2 points. We'll get the record when we get it eventually. As this shot blocked, Fogle gets it back to Trevor Moore. It's loose. Alex DeBrincat falls down. And now this goes back to Trevor Moore. Cross pass. This one goes wide. It's getting very busy in Gibson's net. And the Red Wings get lucky there as they get sent back down. It's an icing. I don't think they're going to care here. Kings are playing well in this first 5 minutes. And I know I said Kempe beforehand, but it is Anton Forsberg. I'll make that adjustment. So John Gibson has won 8 straight. The last Red Wing to have won 8 straight in the broadcast booth with Ken Daniels is Chris Osgood. I do think he should be in the Hall of Fame. I don't know if he's ever going to get there. I'd love to see his Red Wings jersey retired. Andrew Kopp with a wrister. This one fought off by Forsberg with the glove hand. We made that correction. I didn't see the starting goalies on FanDuel's side of it, but we were able to get the feed there, thankfully. But it is Forsberg and Gibson tonight. Again, probably off the same scheduled start that would have been if you wanted to start Forsberg yesterday if they played in Columbus and then with Kempe. But essentially, this would have been 3 games in 4 nights. So probably keep it on the same operating system if you catch my drift. Emmett Finney will go off the wraparound. He tries to settle it down. He lost an edge. And now the Kings on a 4-on-3. There's a stick shot by Sider, able to get it out to the neutral zone. Hunt the puck is Emmett Finney. And hard to believe a 7th-round pick. Again, the points really aren't going to come as much I wouldn't expect, but it's the forecheck and the ability to actually play the game is what matters. That's why he's up. I think this might have been a hand pass. 14:30 left to go in the first as we get another stoppage. Shot board is even at trace. We are scoreless here, almost inside the first 6 minutes at LCA. Again, we'll see you alongside Cooper Hopkins on Saturday for an ABC game against the Avs. Again, I like that there was a smart person in here that said with the Olympic break coming up and Simon Edmondson on, is it a blessing for the Red Wings? There's a smart fan there that says yes. That's why I threw the question out there, because I think the Red Wings honestly could have probably played 14, 15 games without him. The record would be worse. There's a chance that that goes wide. This is Mellon. Throws it at the point. Slap shot deflected. And ASP is there, number 44. He will take his time in behind the net and try to look for a survey as Red Wings attempt to go right to left. Here is Raymond. He will chip it in across center ice. Larkin gives chase. Brandt Clarke, good flip. Picked up now for Jacob Bernard Docker as they'll make some changes on the fly. Here's Mo Sider. Sider now has a good pass across the right wing. We'll see if Mason Appleton can get there. He sloops him behind the end for the Kings. They're going to go left to right again. They got the road whites with the black pants and the white helmets. Chanson at the point gets blocked. Red Wings intercept. They don't have numbers just yet. Soderblom just bounces in between his skates. Flip back around for Elmer. See who gets there first. It's Albert Johansson. Not too long ago, he scored his first goal of the season. Not a couple weeks ago. It was just sent back down off the backhand. Kuzmenko leads that line across the left wing. Kevin Fiala gets stick lifted. There's a backspin here for Johansson. Johansson now across the left wing, rimming around the end boards now as Anton Forsberg will look. Still no shots in the last couple of minutes. It sits at 3-3. Kopp gets the steal. Backhand, high slot. And this about to turn around now for Alex DeBrincat. DeBrincat to Drew Doughty. As this goes the other way, Kuzmenko throws it on the right wing side. Flip back around the end boards. Perry got a soft hold on Sherrod. That's Patrick Kane. Will kiss it off the glass. He was looking for the cat. But this bounces near the left side of the Hockeytown logo. Looped in the corner, safely into the Red Wings' hands. Axel Sandin Pellica gets rid of it quickly on a bench Sherrod as they crisscross on the defensive side. Sherrod up the gut for the cat. Here's Kane across the right side wall. Throws it back to the point. Nobody home. Red Wings in the midst of a change on D. Have to get back for the onside. This is thrown back down deep to JBD. Jacob Bernard Docker. Got for Sider. Play crisscross near the right side. Dot. Flip pass. Be collected now here for Emmett Finney. Off the drop for JVR. This one gets sent in back around the end boards. Brent Clarke gets bodied off the puck for the moment. Red Wings trying to find it across the wall. This will be flipped back in the Kings' end. Here's a rolling puck. Van Riemsdyk trying to send it toward another screen. That's partially blocked. And the Red Wings will knock away a breakout attempt. Here's Van Riemsdyk. See if he can get this across to JT Compher. Trevor Moore there. Flip it. Good pass off the one touch. Here come the Kings. Chance and Gibson will fight it off with the pad. Catch it in the glove. We'll take a break. 11:23 in the first. Pull up the team stats here. As we get a first break at 11:23, shot board is 4-3 Kings. I think they've had the better of the period so far. Again, Red Wings' third fewest goals in the first. If Ken Daniels gives me the number again as far as how many times Red Wings have been shut out in the first, I'm definitely going to take that mark on my notes, but they do have the third fewest. So 11:23 left to go in the first as JVR is getting a little profile there alongside the green Warrior stick tape. I do think that's an excellent look. It's a D-zone draw for Kopp. This is off the tie-up, and the Red Wings, they're able to steal alongside the Brinket. Here's Cat. Sauce from Kane as this is sending around the inboards now. Kane with a little bit of a forecheck. Kopp trying to pressure against the wall. And I don't think the Red Wings are going to get there first for the hybrid ice. They don't. As Albert Johansson mallet beats it out. Good speed there for him. As this will be sent back around for Johansson. Good windmill to buy himself some space, but you got to give him some help. Send it across the wall. And we might get our first penalty call. I'm not sure if that's going to be on Detroit or LA, to be honest with you, because Albert Johansson was trying to fight himself with some space. This could be against the Wings. So Johansson will get busted for a hold, and that's what I was wondering. He had to spin 3 or 4 times. He tried to get rid of the puck, and I want to look at an overhead camera. There was no wing in sight to be able to help him get there first, and he had a hold, and I think he needed to do that. Otherwise, John Gibson probably would have had an unmolested 2-on-0 against him. So I don't really think that was a bad penalty there for Johansson to take, all things considered. He's in the box for what he hopes is 2 minutes, as we're almost halfway through this first run there with him, a solo goal for Little Caesars Arena. I haven't been there yet this year, but I hope to do so at one point. I've not seen a Red Wings playoff game ever in my life. I sit at 38, so hopefully I can also break the mold and kind of pop that as well. 32nd in the NHL, 32 of 32 as the Kings on the power play at 15.2. So this has got to be a must-kill if you're a Wings fan, and that is what I am. Now across the left side dot, although we try to make everything neutral. Red Wings penalty kill at 18, 79.3. Not horrible, but not great. It's Kevin Fiala near the left side dot. Here's a chance. Kempe at the point. This will be off by Sider. And he pole balls that thing outside the zone. Dylan Larkin, a little bit of a soft forecheck, peel back, and allow the Red Wings to get some position, kind of guide that line. As it is Corey Perry to the right side dot now. Fiala being bothered a little bit by Sider. Here's Perry, short side chance. Mason Appleton can kill some time here as the LA Kings power play down to 1 minute. Appleton's soft chip down the boards, and Anton Forsberg hasn't had much to do just yet. Number 55, Quinton Byfield, try to go length of the ice. And off the drop pass for more. Byfield, rim it around the horn. It's bounced up in the air behind the net for JT Compher. Now Doughty chipping in deep now. And off the spin, Byfield being pinched by Ben Sherratt. As this goes to Doughty. Doughty, not a Byfield, right circle, shoots, good 5-hole save by Gibson, attentive there. And a hard rim around the inboards is enough to get it out. This goes back to Forsberg. Start again for Doughty, left to right. Kings been able to play a good first period, haven't scored just yet. I think John Gibson's made 3 high danger saves already. As this goes toward the right side boards now, lost a stick is one of the Kings. This will be kept in. Red Wings going to go to the penalty again. They need to kill this 2 first. Here's a chance, goes up and out of play. So either 1 second of 5-on-3. We'll see. Is Johansson coming out? We'll see if he has to get 1 more second. But the Red Wings now need to kill back-to-back penalties. A slashing call against Detroit. If they manage to kill both of these, I do think they can get through this first and probably win the game in the second or third. Where's the slash at? So this one flipped back down the ice. And a slash there. Where's the Larkin slash? Yeah, it's on Laferriere's hands. It took the wood right out of it. So when we come back, Dylan Larkin to go to the box. Yeah, right now the Red Wings look to be a little bit slow. Again, they've had a couple days off for the first time, and I can't even remember because they're coming off of 3 games and 4 nights before that. First period usually looks that way for Detroit, but you don't want to see them get pushed around and also commit these minor infractions.
And the not so memorable ones. Well, the Red Wings were short-handed once, and now again with Dylan Larkin. And the ball killed off the Johansson holding penalty. Larkin now in there for a slash. I mentioned LA doesn't score much, but winner.
Back-to-back power play opportunities here for the LA Kings as Dylan Larkin now, captaincy for Detroit, sits in the box. Flip back around now from Sider and then rimmed around the inboards. So the 32nd dead last power play in the NHL gets a back-to-back opportunity. They were 0 for 1 with 2 shots. Corey Perry, I believe, had both of them as Kuzmenko on the back skate. LA Kings get an easy entry. I feel like they're going to score here because the Red Wings are going to be gassed off the specialty units. Here is a one-timer. Ooh, that just missed the right side bar. Is Corey Perry. And off the rim around now. Here's an opportunity. Brandt Clarke, I believe that is. As it goes to Kevin Fiala. This one up high. Recollected across the left side board. It's Clarke. And off the backhand, Red Wings chasing. Fiala open. One-timer Kempe. And this one fought off by the right pad. And Ben Sherratt tried to chip it off the right side dot. Red Wings' second effort, get it down the ice. Thank goodness they needed that. See if they could take a change here for Tom McClellan's squad, as the Kings are going to come quickly, I would imagine, off the drop pass. Across the left side wing, find the entry again easily as this is picked up here. Johansson off the chase. It's loose in the middle. Quinton Byfield now, he's strong. He should be able to get this one to the left side dot. Marco Kasper holds room around the end boards. It's enough to get out. Red Wings with a soft chase. Push this around now for Quinton Byfield. Has got to go back. Back-to-back power play opportunities now. Only have 25 seconds left in the second one for the Kings. Now to the right side. Here's a sauce from Fiala across the right side boards. Back at the point, it's Doughty. Recollected now. Good stick blade there for Sider. Off a one-on-one. Rasmussen. Wrap around the net. It's off the outside of the post. It's rolling. It's not in. And a tripping call against the Kings. What happened there on that second opportunity? Sider backs down Quinton Byfield. He did the same thing to Easton Collin not too long ago. Rasmussen off the wrap, goes off the outside of the bar. Finney tried to stuff it in. Forsberg fought it off, but somebody had to have gotten back there. It looks like Doughty with a slash, and he might have denied that first opportunity. Otherwise, the Wings could have scored shorthanded. So 4-on-4 for 6 seconds, and then the Red Wings will get some specialty time. So they're going to give the penalty to Mr. Byfield. And that power play for the Kings has expired now with the 4-on-4. They're 0 for 2. The Brinket going to take the draw. It is tied up. This will be gloved down by Lucas Raymond. He will get possession across the left side wing. Red Wings power play is abbreviated. Larkin out of the box. He's fresh. Raymond. Send it back to the point for the Cat. Touch pass. Cat's got it left wing. Raymond now goes back to 93. DeBrincat cross ice. Larkin. This one deflected. Now this is DeBrincat in his usual spot near the left dot. Pass too hard for Raymond. Runned around the end boards. This goes back to the Cat. Good one touch. Working behind the net now for JVR. Rimmed around the end boards one more time. Right side. Larkin. Right dot. Walks in. Saved by Forsberg off the windmill. And sent back down now for John Gibson. Long off-stretch pass. Good start there for the Wings. As it's ASP number 44 off the drop. Top of Colin squad list of a change. There's Kane. Kane with the entry. Slows up his pass blocked. Be careful here, ASP. Could be something off the 2-on-1, deflected off a knee. And the Red Wings, you can deny a shorthanded danger as ASP off the drop. Here is Kane again. Across the right side for JT Confer Cup. It's Marco Kasper. Can't collect the end around. And sent back down. Kempe with a hard rim around the boards as Gibson goes to the left side red line to stop it. Shot board is 7-5 Kings. We are scoreless here. 5:20 left to go in the first. Kane off the sauce. It's Kasper. Sending around the end boards again for Kopp. Finds it. Picks it up. Puts it to the left side. Red line for Kasper. Back to Kopp behind the net. Too far for Kane. And that is going to end the Red Wings power play. Time they touch, it'll be 5 more seconds, but their power play goes silent, and so does the Kings. They're 0 for 2, Red Wings 0 for 1. Rasmussen. Now on the left side wing, takes a hit, makes a play. Soderblom puts it in behind the end boards, or at least attempts to. Kings steal. And their own end, they'll work with it now across the left side board. Here is Kuz, I believe. To the right side, backhand. It is a back pass. Worked in behind the net. Gibson. Got to be careful here. This is at the point. It's contested a little bit. Byfield back out there from coming out of the box. Dylan Larkin, as this shot goes wide, Ben Sherratt with a Stick shot. Larkin picks it up, throws it across the far side, and Soderblom gets a piece of it. Forsberg, way out of his goal crease, makes the pass as they flip ends. Knocked up into the air, Laferriere. Here's Larkin. Good one touch. They looked for Raymond off the rush across the left wing. That got knocked down. This will be settled back down. So the Red Wings game in Washington is going to be on ESPN Plus and Hulu. But it wasn't busy. I could probably cover that one too. 4:02 left in the first.
Pizza. Lowe's knows tackling tacos now featuring football Sunday. We need a new fridge.
This one has 5 ice lemonade.
More ice than me.
All kinds of ice lemonade.
Gonna need a bigger bucket. Like this one?
Do you always have to buy the treats?
I do. The cheap brand is still keeping it fresh after 85 years. See for yourself during auto show season. More choices, more features, even more adventure for everybody. Hurry into your local dealer today and start your adventure with a great deal during the Jeep Auto Show season. There's only one.
These auto shows are right now. One qualified Clarke FCA employee lessons, and we select 2026 Jeep Wrangler Sport S models at dealer side for $340 a month or $342 assignment. No down payment. See your Metro Detroit Jeep Brand dealers.
In 1926, 2 Detroit originals were born. The Red Wings would go on to lift banners. Michigan First Credit Union would lift its community. Michigan First Credit Union and the Detroit Red Wings, celebrating 100 years.
Get Detroit style slices and sticks for $4.99 from Little Caesars. 2 delicious slices and 4 pieces of Italian cheese bread. You can both all to yourself. I'll choose 4. Try Detroit style slices and sticks for $4.99 from Little Caesars. Pizza.
Welcome back. No score yet. Here's the first period. One of the things the Red Wings will want to do this game is keep the shot totals against low. Because, of course, everybody wants to do that, but also because Detroit has the best winning percentage in the NHL when allowing.
Didn't see this stat. Best winning percentage when allowing 30 shots or fewer this season. Bolts at 633. Avalanche at 719. The Red Wings best in the NHL at 720 when they allow 30 shots or fewer. That is absolutely tremendous stuff. Again, the Red Wings, if they don't make the playoffs this year, it'll be a decade. And they are 32-16-5 right now. The Kings are 21-16-3. It's a center ice draw with 4 minutes left as we're still scoreless. But that goes a long way. And you got to remember, too, they're going to have about $25 million in cap space after this season. So a lot of work for Yzerman to do, but he can continue to mold this team. And they're already looking like that plan is coming together. I know fans have been impatient. We've talked about it over the years. But this team is just starting to get things going in this core. Maybe outside of Dylan Larkin, who's about to enter age 30, still has a lot of youth left in those legs. And if they can get it going for Stanley Cup contention, maybe you could do something similar that they did for Steve Yzerman at the time he won his first for Larkin. It's not out of the realm of possibility. I do believe in this group's ability to get to that point. I haven't said this on the air. I said this as far as some of the pregame shows, but I'll do it now. I'll say this again when Cooper joins me Saturday. But when Yzerman first took over, again, this is what, year 7? Again, we talk about the nuclear wasteland and all that. I won't reiterate all of it. But in the back of my mind, I said 27-28 for the Red Wings getting the Stanley Cup. They might not get to the point getting the Stanley Cup in 27-28, but this team will be a consistent playoff team, at least by then, if not already this year, winning multiple rounds. And I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. It's a good core group of players. This is knocked up in the air. Laferriere tried to get a piece of it. King couldn't knock it away. It's picked up now for Adrian Kempe. And will be settled back down the ice. Rolling puck shouldn't be far enough for icing, but I guess it got there. 2:56 left to go. We are on ice surface after all. Andrei Kopitar going to get some profile now as he sits, I believe, almost in year 20 for the 40 years of age centerman. But he is one of the very best of the best. Todd McClellan goes over there, talks to Anze as well as they meet up. I'd love to see Anze as an instant Hall of Famer, and if the Kings Once they get a chance to retire his number, I'd love to cover that game. I think he's one of the best of the best. This is going to be an ozone draw here for the Kings. They lead on the shot board 7-5, but we're still scoreless at LCA. Joining with you on Solo Call on a Tuesday night, January 27th. This first month has flown by the new year. Picked up on the backhand, and Gibson able to be steady as he's been all year. With the exception of October and early November, John Gibson has transformed himself into a new netminder. What I would also ask Cooper, I'll get a chance to ask him Saturday, whether or not it's Talbot or Gibson in the goal crease. We will see both of them, as those two, I imagine, will play each other Saturday and Monday off the repeat. But how long does it take, and is there such a real thing as an adjustment to a new team for a goalie? That's what I want to ask him, because you think you saw that in real time with Gibson. D-zone drop for Larkin. Quinton Byfield. We'll see if he gets wiped out of the circle. Larkin's still looking around. Now it's Larkin and Fogle. Got to win this one if you're Dylan. And off the tie-up, this goes to Ben Sherratt. And the Red Wings will start with the vulcanized rubber. 2:42 left to go in the first. As this will be rimmed around the end boards now. Gibson can't stop it. He's going to get back in his goal crease here. As this is near the right side red one. Tie-up for Ben Sherratt. We got Dylan Larkin with him. It's loose in the high slot. Slapper into the glove hand of Gibson. Don't know how he saw it with all that traffic in front of his eyeballs. But he will hold on to it once again.
3-year deal. He scored in 3 seasons. Played with Seattle, New Jersey, and Anaheim. And prior to that, 9 seasons with Pittsburgh. And really, that was back-to-back top 16 and 17. Which one was pretty much an unheralded deed. Was that?
Dumoulin, I think it's profiled here as it's picked up off the draw for Quinton Byfield. Wrapped in around for Trevor Moore. Byfield still got it. Turnaround chance goes in around the end boards. Hit again is Cody Ceci as Johansson gets the pin. Flip back now, Moore. Recollect. And he scored some big goals in the playoffs for the LA Kings. Good pass out in front. Raymond can't get to it. Kings doing excellent work behind the net. It's still Trevor Moore. On his backhand, Moore. Strong. He does not draw a tripping penalty. As it's Johansson now. Finally gets the clear across the Wings logo. And they'll have to take a change on the fly quickly, Detroit. As this rolls to John Gibson. Settle back down for JBD. He lost it in between his legs. Red Wings steal. Thankfully, is Elmer Soderblom, about 6'7" of him. And Wings ice it again. It's been a sloppy first for Detroit, but they've not conceded, and neither have the Kings. It's another D-zone draw. This time the Red Wings win it again as he goes from Bernard Docker to Sider. Sider put across the left side red line, knockdown, back pass. Start again for JBD. Sider crisscross that pass way too hard. Got to flip it back around now, and you miss Sider here. This will allow the Kings to get possession. They just got to get out of this first period, Detroit. As this is picked up now, Rasmussen off his body. Soderblom with a soft chase. As it goes to 55 seconds left to go in this first. Still scoreless. Shot board only 9-5, but Detroit could play much better, I think. This is picked up across the left side dot. JVR goes for the clap. He missed it. This one he got partially deflected. Finney gets turned around, and the Kings finally acquiesce with the puck. They will send it in. Sherratt steals at the line of the blue. Picked up now for Van Riemsdyk. Flip pass for Finney behind the net. Red Wings only had it for a moment. Kuzmenko chased it across the wall. Good pass for Doughty. Doughty on a one-on-one. Here's a drop, and Gibson's got it in the trapper. It'll be another offensive zone draw after Laferriere chance as Gibson made the save.
John Gibson making saves look easy here. He looks real confident. The Wings have needed that in the first period. Again, outshot 10-5. But
15.5 left. John Gibson with another good save off of a Dottie drop pass for Laferriere. This one back for Sider. Picked up now for Kopitar. Touched the puck, and this will go to the Kings. See if they got time for one more rush. Here's Laferriere. Soft pass up the gut. Sider ties him up, and we end the first scoreless. Larkin got bumped, but nothing after that. Red Wings being outshot 10-5. Forsberg not much to do. Kind of reminds me of the game I was watching yesterday that we covered in between the Flyers and Islanders. The Red Wings are looking like the Flyers, but yet they haven't conceded. Nothing after one will come back, call one.
One that they don't want to play out again in the second period. Not a lot of jump, scrambling on their part, but the penalty kill held things up. They're killing off 4 minutes. It's just a great position by the Wings. When the others put on the puck, who just beat got down the zone. Make sure they didn't give it away and just stay right on top of LA. LA never felt that they had a moment to breathe, take a breath, because every time they had a hold of the puck, the Wings player right in their face. And it was great.
Shots on goal 10-5 for LA. Hits 5-4 for LA. And face-offs, that is where the Red Wings are dominating today after this first is 13-5 Detroit. Power plays 0 for 2 for LA, 0 for 1 for Detroit.
Where you're going to be completely pleased with. They're not going to be happy with the first 20, but we have seen from them this season that they can turn things on and get on track.
So we're scoreless after one. I said after the first 30 seconds of pressure for Detroit, it's the Kings with dangerous chances. Gibson denies Fogle on an open backhand. Another save in the slot. First break was at 11:23. Red Wings start fewest goals in the first. Johansson and Larkin in the box. They don't get scored on. Hold and slash, respectively. Rasmussen and Finney Rapp doesn't score as Byfield takes a penalty. I thought the Wings could play much better. And again, we gave you the numbers in particular. Looks like Buffalo is just tied the game against Toronto. That one sits at 2-2 with 3:22 left in the first. It is Rasmus Dahlin, Josh Doan with the latest at 13-16 from Dahlin. Matthew Nyes and Austin Matthews at 7:44, 10:49 respectively. Joe Wall 7 of 9, and Colton Ellis 1 of 1. Ukko Pekka-Luukkonen 3 of 5. I don't know if Luukkonen or Pekka-Luukkonen just got pulled or injured after the 2 goals, but Colton Ellis in there now. I'll have to give an update there if they showed across the NHL. Golden Knights lead the Canadiens 1-0. They got killed by Ottawa the other day. They lost 7-0 to the Sens. So they need to respond. Montreal Canadiens, because the Atlantic's been so hot, they sit in WC1. Pavel Dorofeev is 23rd already for the Golden Knights. They definitely got that draft pick right. Kira Schmidt 8 of 8. And Jakob Dobes 9 of 10. Bruins lead 1-0 on the Preds. Hampus Lindholm is 4th of the year from Mason Morai and Fraser Minton, former Maple Leafs draft pick. It is Swayman 6 of 6, UC Saros 7 of 8. Mammoth lead the Panthers 1-0. Again, they're off their back-to-back. They lost yesterday against the Bolts. Nick Schmaltz 19th unassisted, short-handed on the Cats. And the only other one in progress right now is Jets Devils. That one's tied at 1. It is, apologize for the name here, Lenny Hamakio, his 2nd overall from RC Gritsuk. his 13th assist. It is Mark Scheifele, 26th of the year from Kyle Connor and Gabe Villiardi. Jake Allen, 5 of 6. Connor Hellebuyck, 6 of 7. Those are your updates. Craps, the Capitals and Kraken, that is at 10 p.m. That is the late game. 10:15 starts in for Sharks Canucks. And then your two 8 o'clock games, ESPN Hulu Plus, will be Stars Blues and Blackhawks Wild. That will be on your regular networks. Those will be 8:15 Eastern quick drops. Stars really got to get it going. If you look at, again, I talked about it the other day with the hockey guy in the video. Their record is fine at 29-14-9 with 67 points. They're not in any danger because they are 9 points ahead of any wild card, but it really was a hot month between November and December that's got them their record. Haven't played that well since. They need to get things going. The Ducks certainly have got away from their rough edges of the last 2.5 weeks to rebound nicely as they sit third in the Pacific. The Mammoth is a Central team, so their only hope is the wild card right now at 58 points. The next closest is the Pacific team at 55, and the Sharks. Sharks are hoping that the Red Wings take care of business with the Kings today to kind of keep them in that second WC, the West. The Kraken have 51 games played to the Kings and Sharks 50. So game in hand, they won't be able to hold that spot at the same amount of points, but still, they're in a decent standing, and so are the Predators. And the Blackhawks only 5 points out. The Flames only 7 points out. I don't think they get in. That's not going to make Cooper Hopkins mad at me for saying that because I think we both agreed. But nobody really out of it yet in the West except the Canucks. In the East, it's a little bit of a different story as Tampa, the first team in the East, is 70 points. If the Red Wings win today, they will climb back into first in the Atlantic, although Tampa would have 3 games in hand. But if they get that win, they're going to feel good because Red Wings are in great standing right now. They have the same amount of points as Carolina does leading the Metro. I'm going to take a break. We'll be right back. But before I do so, the Sabres have just scored. Tage Thompson is 28th. Sabres lead 3-2. It would be something for Steve Dangle, for the Red Sabres, Blue Sabres to get whooped down by the Sabres and the Red Wings. They got swept by the Red Wings. Can't talk junk about those teams because they played well this year. Looks like the Wings and Sabres both might make the playoffs.
Red Wings hockey on FanDuel Sports Network is brought to you by the Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. Think Ford first. Now, this Saturday, January 31st, the Red Wings are taking on their rival in Colorado at Little Caesars Arena here in a must-see matchup at 1 p.m. This game will be on ABC. Make sure to tune in for all of the action, and let's show you a look at the action before the Olympic break. And Murphy, it is one that is challenging to say the least. We know no Simon Edmondson, and with those opponents coming up, that'll be a really big test.
The game at home and home, but Colorado jumps out. Yeah, not even that hockey league. Utah 81-1 in their last 10, and they're actually being in Florida. They're up 1-0. So yeah, the Wings want to on a high note going into the Olympic break. They've got their work cut out for them.
They most certainly do, which makes tonight all the more important. Second period action coming your way soon.
I think I'm going to also make the trip on Monday to cover the Red Wings in Colorado again.
That's what Bernstein means to me.
Race your taste buds. The new TQ Flamethrower Chicken Strip Basket comes with cool TQ soft-serve chicken for just $6.99. Have one of our new TQ lemonades. It's the new spicy bacon, only for a limited time. Saving money on everything you need at Menards. Add number to your home with top floors. Scarpet. It's durable and resistant to stains and wear. Pick up the Keystone Series on sale for $1.99 per square foot. Check out our huge selection of window images, blinds, and shades. Oakwood blinds add a classic design and offer room darkening light control. Right now, starting at $18.99 each after rebate. Plus, get them trimmed with free in-store.
Save big money in the cars.
Style or substance. Somehow we became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Michigan residents get $1,000 lease cash. Michigan employees with their current eligible GMC lease use it to get this low mileage lease on the Sierra for $199 per month.
So, you tell me the whole stadium where Liberty Mix will customize his car insurance to save people hundreds. How will get us tickets?
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 Liberty.
Listen, I haven't watched the same commercials as you have for decades. You know what? They're all true. Bernstein absolutely care as much about you as they do about me. Get the Bernstein advantage. 1-800-CALL SAM.
After 20 years, NHL's let their sweet children to the unlimited winter games in online quarantine. So that means 6.
Welcome back. If you're enjoying tonight's game, make sure you subscribe to FanDuel Sports Network for more. Download the app to get started. Time now for tonight's FanDuel Live Same Game Parlay. And the Same Game Parlay legs are as follows. What we were talking about with Mike Kelly is a dominant team in the second period in the Wings, so why not a goal in the first 10 minutes of this one on top of the Wings to win the second period? That gets your odds to plus 240. That would pretty much ride the trend. Also, for the Kings not a great second period team, as Mike was saying as well.
Well, hopefully this will work out.
I like it. Expert analysis right there. FanDuel is offering new customers $200 in bonus bets if you win your first $5 bet. All you have to do is download the app, bet $5, and you'll unlock $200 in bonus bets if you win.
New Blue Buffalo Love Made Fresh. The superior nutrition you trust, the way Darla loves it. With freedoms mixed fresh and dry. It's our natural ingredients, served fresh. New from Blue Buffalo. It's love made fresh.
A blind spot is never out of sight. How it should be. The Hyundai Tucson. Lease the Hyundai Tucson for $249 a month. Or get 0.99% APR on the Tucson or Tucson Hybrid. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today.
Healy and Allen showing you full control.
Get our best price. Just $50 a month for 5 years. Guaranteed. It's fitting. Imagine that.
Taxes chasing upticks. Now taxes. Turn tax expert. Doing it all. Now this is taxes. Into TurboTax.
Still dealing with moderate to severe ulcerative colitis or Crohn's disease symptoms despite treatment? Put them in check with Revoke. Revoke works differently and it's a once daily pill.
When symptoms try to take control, I got rapid relief with Revoke. Check.
Revoke helps visibly repair my intestinal lining. Check.
I got lasting steroid remission with Revoke. Check.
Rapid symptom relief. Visible repair of the intestinal lining.
And lasting steroid remission.
Check, check, and check.
Revoke can lower ability to fight infections. Before treatment, test for TB and blood work. Serious infections, blood clots, some fatal. Cancers, including lymphoma and skin. Serious allergic reactions, GI tears, death, heart attack, and stroke occur. CV event risk increases in age 50 plus with a heart disease risk factor. Tell your doctor if you have these events, infections, have beer, seed, smoked, are pregnant, or planning. Don't take if allergic or have an infection. Put UC and Crohn's in check. And keep them there with Rinvoq.
Ask your gastroenterologist about Rinvoq and how FB can help you save.
Here are the numbers after a period of play. Data analyst Mike Kelly joins us once again. And Mike, what stands out in these numbers? Yeah, obviously there's all-time favorite teams, but it wasn't just because of special teams. LA had a lot more high-dated chances and even strike 6 shots in the leading stack. So Detroit's trying to clean things up even strike-wise as well.
No surprise, those numbers, as they are. It was a period where LA Kings worked hard. Unfortunately for the Kings, they're not the most talented squad offensively. Didn't take advantage of their opportunities. That's good for Detroit, but they can't continue to go in the next 40 minutes in the same vein because that's losing hockey. Detroit is definitely got to come out and reset and take the play much more assertive, a lot more jump, a lot less hesitation.
Yeah, but we look forward to seeing that jump and being assertive here in just a little bit of the second period. About to get underway, and both sides are a chance right there. He's been playing some stifling defense on top of it, too. Second period coming your way next.
At Feldman, the doors are open, the possibilities endless. Every new year deserves a strong start. More inventory, a bigger selection, like this 2026 Silverado for just $159 a month. At Feldman Chevrolet, where it's fun being number one.
Lowe's Oaks cycling projects now to football Sunday.
Friday? It's Saturday. Hey, Friday.
We fine, Dave.
Oh!
Let's go.
Plenty of runtime, and it's even got turbo mode.
That's what they call me in college. I bet they did. Taco Bell's new Lux Value menu has so much nuts, it's starting to go to people's heads. I'm the Luxieage.
Which is the mini taco salad?
It's here to help you cover. Finish that video. All those doors bring us together. A dedicated fidelity advisor can help you open those doors.
So ready to take over.
With a comprehensive plan to help grow and protect your wealth for generations. Doors are meant to be open.
Seasons change. With comfort shift, heating, cooling, plumbing, or electric. Loopers got you covered year round. Keep your home running strong. Call today or visit us online.
In 1926, two Detroit originals were born. One would go on to lift banners, the other would lift its community. 100 years later, Michigan First Credit Union serves over 160,000 members across the state. And the Red Wings are one of the NHL's most storied franchises. Different arenas, same passion. Michigan First Credit Union and the Detroit Red Wings, celebrating 100 years of heart.
Seasons change. With comfort shift, heating, cooling, plumbing, or electric. Loopers got you covered year round. Keep your home running strong. Call today or visit us online.
Second period tonight in Toronto tonight as the Maple Leafs conclude their homestand. February 7th was the date that Daryl Sittler is still an NHL record on 10 points in a game. It was February the 7th, 50 years since, against the Boston Bruins. He had 6 points after 2 in their PR night in Cambodia.
I got to get this in. I'm thinking of Ken Daniels before we start the second period. Right at the Olympic break on February 7th. On February 7, 1976, Daryl Sittler of the Maple Leafs had a 10-point game. He was the only player in NHL history to record 10 points in a single game, a record that still stands. I think that record, I'm going to go on a limb and say that's never going to be broken. I'd like to ask Cooper that at some point, too. I will remember that. And alongside, because that'll be a memorable date. We talked about that on Saturday between the Avalanche against a back-to-back. That'll be on the 31st on ABC at 1 p.m. So I can't wait to join Cooper for that and get some updates there on Tread Bar Season 2 with him and Jen and everything else as well. So here we go. Dylan Larkin wins the draw at center ice. You're getting across the left side boards. as we switch ends. Red Wings need a much better period than they did in that first. They kind of survived it. They took one of the king shots off the board. Now it reads 9-5, as this will be an opportunity now for Edmondson to send this around the end board. Joel Edmondson, not Simon Edmondson, as it's Adrian Kempe on the left side boards. Kempe lost an edge, and he is down and behind the net. I think he just lost a little bit of a blade, as this will be recollected here. Mikey Anderson will play this cross pass now, and he's got it across the left side red line. Stick chop, get out of the zone from Corey Perry. We'll touch up, throw it back into his own end. Again, the Kings will be going right to left. They're in their road whites with the black in terms of the striping on the pants. Red Wings are in their home reds with the white striping. Quinton Byfield, patient. To the left side boards gets upended there. Good defensive play by the Red Wings. This is recollecting to the right side. Here's Warren Fogle off the spin. They have across the wall for Byfield. Is shoved in the corner. Morton Sider now in a battle as Andrew Kopp iced it against his own team. And he did. 18:42 left to go in the second. So that Monday game, after the Saturday game that Cooper and I are going to cover against the Avs, that will be at Ball Arena. That coverage will be from Ozzy Shack with an hour live pregame. Again, I'd have to ask my stepdad where that is. He knows exactly where that is because I think his company helped build that for Chris Osgood. But I might end up covering that one on Monday and make the trip to the parents' house. This will be sent back around now for Patrick Kane. Flip back in the end boards, looking for DeBrincat. Doughty gets thefted in behind the net for number 88. It's an 88. Recollected now. Kempe on the back pass gets it around Bernard Docker. Comfort. Good 200-foot effort there as Emmett Finney off the chip. Red Wings recollect. It's Axel Sandin Pelika. Now for Comfort. He's denied near the right side boards. Live money puck line is minus 230 here for the Kings. They got them favored. Red Wings did survive the first. It's another scoreless period for them to open. That is something that's usual for them. They need to play much better. Kempe and Armia. Armia's got it now. Kuzmenko will loft it to the blue line. So here's a slap shot for CC as this goes behind the net off the end boards and Ben Chirot. I'm going to recollect. Sandin Pelika will push it ahead. This will be chipped in off the glass. Settle back down for Cardi CC, former Oiler. Be sent back down loose in front of the Red Wings. Can't get a stick on it. Man, oh man. Quinton Byfield, the left side. Drop for Fiala. Kings dangerous. Walk in. Dumoulin misses high. That whole top side was open. He could have sniped it. Back in behind the inboards here. Looked like the Red Wings are just trying to survive against the Kings right now. Chip in front goes wide. As that is picked up here. Bernard Docker trying to find it. Soderblom as well. Johansson doesn't get out. Red Wings now stick chop. Finally do. They got some effort there. Here's a back pass and a one-handed stick tuck there for Rasmussen. No penalty. He settled back down for Sider. Lost it in between his legs. Red Wings push ahead. Mason Appleton for the forecheck. This will be flipped back around now for Edmondson of the Kings. 16:35 left to go on this solo call. The second, John, here with you from LCA. We're still scoreless. No shots yet here in this second frame. It's still 9-5 from the first. Took one of the Kings' shots away. Here's a chance off the one-on-one. And Fogle gets denied as John Gibson makes a good right glove save. And Raymond off the push. Bernard Docker intent to send it in, but he didn't gain the line. So it'll be iced against Detroit, and their strong face-off play is going to be tested again. Dumoulin hit the bar. Otherwise, he would have scored. Thought he might have missed the net. That time he hit the bar when I got that second look. And Rasmussen, Brandt Clarke, beautiful blade on him. Otherwise, Rasmussen probably could have got a one-handed big rig play. Dumoulin, 50 games, 1 goal, 10 assists. Long-time multiple Stanley Cup champion that Alec Nava knows well for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Doughty, wrister blocked out in front. That's hit Corey Perry as that stumbled him near his left skate. This will be flipped back down a little bit wide. Raymond now gets a chance to chase for it as Mikey Anderson takes a hit to make a play. Flips it back around for Anderson. He wasn't ready for it, but Doughty gets his own puck retrieval. Opportunity now as this will be flipped in for John Gibson. Stopping him behind the net. He struggles with the puck for a moment, but the Red Wings are there. Patrick Kane gets retrieval. Kempe now between his blades. This is fought for by Kopp and at least sent out, forced the Kings to dump it in. So Tom McClellan's squad can get going here from left to right. They need to. I think the Kings have played the better game so far. They lead the shot board now 10-5. There's Quinton Byfield. Gets dispossessed by Kane. Didn't know he was behind him. Picked up now and off the back skates as this will be looped into the corner. But this is a listless performance here for Detroit. I haven't said that too often, other than that back-to-back we covered not too long ago, the trip across Canada. And before the count will turn against the Oilers. Sent back from Fiala. Here is Doughty. In a high chance, Kempe takes a shot, goes up and out of play. 14:55. We are not going to take a break just yet. As Doughty's chance. Take a look here. This got in the shot lane there off the back skate of Dylan Larkin. And then Corey Perry took some friendly fire. He's going to probably get some tape up. He looks to be no worse for wear. Again, the 40-year-old is used to the physicality of the former Anaheim Duck and Stanley Cup champion alongside Ryan Getzlaf. Excellent players for a long, long time in this league and well respected. Joel Armia against JT Compher. Second effort, Red Wings win it. Don't get it out though, as it is Armia with a wrister. This one fought off by Gibson. Red Wings push. This one goes off a stick blade, and Compher tries to go ahead and make a push. It is Van Riemsdyk with the steal. Off the left side, Red line gets rimmed in around the end boards. Jacob Bernard Docker. Compher. Right side boards now. Here's a back pass, and the Wings do hold it in. Across the left side end boards, they get canceled off a hold. Kings. It's a 3-on-3. Cross pass from Kuz is off. 14:16 left in the second. Kevin Fiala's got 36 points and 18 goal, 18 assist split. And he got the camera shot before he's going to the bench. Face-off win again for Detroit. It has been the ones that they've been good at. They need some work to do, though, as Mason Appleton's chance off the setup. That'll be saved for Forsberg off Soderblom. Mason Appleton now has got it. He's unabated. Near the right side dot. Appleton rims it around the end boards now. Red Wings kept on the outside. Soderblom sets it up. It's deflected in front of Forsberg. Never hit him. And now the Kings will push up ice. Here is Taylor Ward off the back pass. No relation to the baseball player of the former Angels. Mason Appleton. Flip this one back around for Warren Fogle. That is a good pickup across the left side blue line. Now everybody got to check back up on side and take their change. Frank Clarke saw it, smartly didn't play it. Has to rim it around the end boards. Kings force a steal. Here's Perry. After that inadvertent shot block, he is sending it toward the net. This one saved by Gibson. Swimming in the goal crease. Shot gets blocked. Goes back to Kempe. And around the end boards now for Corey Perry. What's he going to do here? He goes for a short side chance. It's loose in front of the net. Here's another opportunity for the Kings. Got to get it out of the zone. Soderblom does, and I think he's iced it, but the Red Wings aren't going to care. They've done that a lot. And Corey Perry, the 40-year-old, it's not hands of stone, it's hands of silk. He knows what he's doing back there. Corey Perry now getting some shutout. Once at the Ducks, he got Pronger with him. Pavel Datsyuk records Gordie Howe hat trick. He fought Corey Perry, did number 13. 13 might be the next Red Wing number to get retired after 91. And holy cow, was Datsyuk really giving it to Corey Perry. That is above the weight class. Both guys, Soderblom, Appleton, Rasmussen, Sherratt, and Samian Pellica, all at a minute 21 on the ship, so they got to clear it and get face-off tie-up. Samian Pellica, flip it down the ice. Now they got to go here. Take this change. If Doughty's smart, he'll throw it up the ice quickly. Doughty will take his time instead. Let's be tripping across the line, and Kings are off. So Red Wings now can at least get their personnel changed. Finally try to get things going here. We're almost halfway through this contest. We're still scoreless. And it's filled one-sided. Again, shot board only 10-6. I just don't see that push in the Red Wings game tonight. Casper. Now on the left side for Dylan Larkin. Got Raymond with them. Again, you can't always expect the first line to do everything. Chance goes way hard from Finney. Picked up by Larkin, rimmed around the inboards, and that same speed. Red Wings turn it over. Vogel 2-on-1 cross pass. Good diving play for Detroit. Denied a goal scoring opportunity. Raymond would have had a breakaway, and instead he's offsides. We'll take a break. Casper breaks it up, probably saves a goal. As Vogel looking for that cross pass. Good stick in the lane there for Marco Casper. Otherwise, Trevor Moore might have made it 1-0 with a one-time gun.
You guys, Wendy's has new Biggie deals starting at just $4. So now you can decide what Biggie you want, which is kind of beautiful. I'm not coming to you, you're coming to me. More Biggie options so you can get more help with your money on Wendy's.
In postseason football, you need to find that extra gear. Playoff mode. Call playoff mode is exactly how football feels on the inside. Deb's team has been out of it since week 6, but in playoff mode, she's in on every drive. It's time to flip the switch. Playoff mode. More boosts and rewards all postseason long.
Welcome back on the bench with Trent Bonnie. Trent, most later has seen multiple different team partners since Raymond Austin has been out. How do you decide who's going with Mo and when?
Well, it depends on the situation. A lot easier at home when you get the last change. But, you know, the guys have played really well. They both played together before, so it makes it a little bit easier. Whoever I play with will always play well.
How about that defensive play right there?
It's really good.
Neutral zone draw for Detroit. They lose it this time. Daniela Bruce just interviewed Trent Yawney, the assistant coach. Another pass out in front for the Wings gets intercepted. Kings now try to push with pace near the left side dot. Here's a chance near the right for Doughty. His shot is high and wide and off the glass as it's rimmed in behind the inboards. Can't be slowed down by Kopp working behind the net. Here is DeBrincat trying to do some defensive work. Kopp. Kane. Go to the left side here for Kopp. He will chase it. This will be put back up by Brian Dumoulin. Red Wings can need to win a puck battle, get a couple of steals. Again, entered the season plus 50,000 betting odds for Norris Trophy. Tonight is plus 7,500. So that's how much better Moritz Seider has played this year. Chances saved by the stick of Fiala off Gibson. 11 minutes left to go in the second, still scoreless. Flip back around for Kuzmenko. Kane in his own end now. Help the Red Wings settle it down. Kane now breaking out across the left wing. But the camera shots are on the defense. Red Wings top line out there, Dylan Larkin. Got some speed. It's Axel sending Pelika off the rim around. There's been a lot of that in this game, but not a lot of puck wins after it. As it settled down for the Wings, chance from the point. It didn't hit Larkin. Larkin now recollect near the right side boards. Larkin surveys, keeps his head up, throws it toward the net. It goes off the glove of Anton Forsberg. Marco Casper kept in at the point. This one goes D to D. Slap shot deflected up in the air. Lucas Raymond tried to get a retrieval near the right side glass. He gets checked off puck. 2-on-2. Push up ahead for Fiala. Here's an opportunity for Travis Hamonic. It's turnover in front of the net, and they score. Anytime you say Travis Hamonic, you feel like there's going to be a turnover. And Hellenius scores. Not Consta Hellenius, but he gets the game for the Kings right at the halfway mark of regulation. So Hamonic gets stick lifted. Hellenius gets the pass, and the one time goes through the wickets of Gibson. Nothing he's going to be able to do there. Hellenius just unmarked on the left side dot, and the Kings get the first goal of the game. They play better than Detroit in this game. There is no shame in me saying that. They are grinding this game down. It's a 3-game point streak now for Hellenius. Goal tonight, 2 goals, 2 assists in 24 games. Kings have iced the puck. 9:55 left to go in the second. It's only 1-0. There's tons of time. We will take a break. Samuel Hellenius from Jeff Mallett. Those 2 guys I wouldn't have on my bingo card, but that is what the goal is for the Kings. This has been a really awful performance for Detroit for a team that's been as good as they are. And when you got the Capitals in a couple of nights, you would expect them to play much better. But you play like this against the Avalanche, you're going to get blown out. So previous 47 games for Marco Casper, 3 goals, 3 assists, 6 points. Last 5, 2, 4, and 6. It is a center ice draw. We are past the halfway point in this game. It's now a 1-0 lead for the LA Kings. Samuel Hellenius, Jeff Mallett with the points, goal, and assist off the stick lift. And JT Copper, his stick goes flying as they're working behind the bench. He's just trying to kick this puck ahead for Emmett Finney. And Corey Perry should be able to emerge with it right now. So Hellenius only his 2nd goal of the year. As Adrian Kempe on the backhand, they dragged himself off sides. 9:25 left to go in the second. Shot board only reads 11-7, and I am getting the horror vibes yesterday. I know the New York Islanders did a little bit more against the Philadelphia Flyers yesterday, and they gave me cover when they won 4-0. John Gibson's the better netminder than Sam Ayerson. But this just looks like a game that is one-sided right now, despite there only being 1 goal. But that's the danger for the LA Kings, because usually in the third, if not the second, the Red Wings wake up after that first. They haven't woken up yet. If they do in the third, and it stays within a goal, that's when things can be tough. Here's a chance now for the Wings. As Raymond trying to chip it up the glass, this does not get out. So Elmer Soderblom now in the left side boards, and I guess maybe I can understand why the Kings have as many points as they do with the forecheck, but I don't feel like they're all that dangerous right now, with the exception of Corey Perry a couple of times. As this is flipped up into the air, this back pass goes right to the Kings. That was just a lazy turnover. Red Wings now try to force it at the blue line. Emmett Finney now trying to chase. This is in behind the net. Trevor Moore looping in behind the inboards, looking in front for Gibson off the bank pass. Gibson sees that, holds it with a glove at 8:34.
From the King centers, they struggle to score some goals. You got that first goal, way better team than they do. Getting that forecheck, throwing pucks to the net. So the Wings, they gotta stay away from that frustration level. Get some more offensive zone time against the Kings.
Quinn Byfield against Andrew Kopp in the circles. We'll see if anyone gets waved out. I think we'll just do it again. It'll be another D zone draw for Detroit. Kopp wins it back. It's contested. Sider now trying to use the body up the rim around the end boards, and the Red Wings need to get things going. I feel like that's the 5th time I've said that throughout the broadcast, and I hate repeating myself, but it is what it is. The Brinket, on the left side red line, that pass doesn't hit anyone and settle back down. Looks like the Kings are content to win this game 1-0. It's kind of the way they play with their defensive identity. Again, this is 4th in goals allowed. Warren Foegele off the rush. Look out here. Back pass. This one blocked. Red Wings now with the Brinket, as this will be flipped up into the air. Kane off the drop for the Cat. Shoots. This one off the stick of Clarke and goes up and on a play at 7:50.
But a good block by the Kings defenders and no chance to few and far between so far in this game. They're the Wings. They're going to have to get one of those ugly goals, throw pucks to the net, deflection screens. Forsberg's barely contested in this game.
Anton Forsberg only 7 of 7 right now as the Dylan Larkin and the Red Wings can't win the draw. Kempe now with speed. Try to throw this up the gut for Kuz. Sent back around the end boards. Now Casper with the attempt to get it out. Lucas Raymond got a player in his face again. I guess as this game is going along, I am seeing the Kings forecheck starting to ignite a little bit more. Wings are having trouble finding their space as this is picked up here for Marco Casper. Raymond, and off the long flip. We'll see if Casper can chase. It's loose out in front from Larkin. Great pass. Casper got tied up in front of Forsberg. Don't think he got the shot off, as this will be settled back down. Recollected now from Larkin, who goes from end to end looking for an outlet for Casper. Raymond there, touch it up. Larkin off a 1-on-3. Brister, this one is shot up high. 6:55 left to go in the second. That lasted 82 miles an hour. Now near the right side boards, it's Kuzmenko, former Flame. Good play off the back pass. This will be kept in the high slot, shot toward Gibson, get fought off. Recollected by Kuz. As he got this near the right side wall. Stick shot. Red Wings have it. Now on the left side, it's Emmett Finney. Sent in behind the inboards now. JT Comfort. Now on the right side, Finney stumbles, gets it to Sider. As this goes left to right. Around the inboards one more time for Finney. Popped up in the air. Finney lost his stick, couldn't get it to JVR. Kings. Now to the left side red line. Able to carry it in. As this is stick chopped across the boards. Jacob Bernard Docker gets tied up and behind the net. It goes wide to Gibson. Red Wings don't get it out. Van Riemsdyk coughs it up. Turnaround shot for Clarke is wide off the end glass. Kings, another chance saved by Gibson in the corner. The left side dot. And the Wings have the puck. Shot board just 14-7. Can't remember the last time I've seen the Red Wings have less than double-digit shots for 2 periods. As this is settled back down the end boards now for Mason Appleton. This is tied up Appleton now. Back at the point. Gotta shoot it. Here's a long chance. Block. Soderblom trying to set it up for Rasmussen. Gotta make those big bodies have something happen here. Soderblom. Appleton. Appleton kiss off the glass. This goes D from Johansson. Shot Forsberg. Save. Turnaround. He was down. Can't get the rebound though. As the Red Wings will watch this one go out. 5 minutes left to go in the second. Long outstretched pass too far. And Red Wings look like they should have been in the middle of a change. It could be bad the other way. Here's more. Off the back pass. Little spin back. High slot walk in. Shot. Doughty. Save. Gibson down. He made a miraculous save. And now the Red Wings try to break out. They'll chip it in again. As this goes to the right side. Looks like every time the Wings chip it in, the Kings get there first. Might want to try to carry it in more in this third coming up. Cider pass. Bernard Docker too far for Kopp. Here's Kane from the Brinket. 88. Near the right side boards. Got to drop it back to Cider. Cider makes his man miss. Shoots. Deflected. Saved by Forsberg. It was the best chance of the Wings this period as they go to break. And DeBrincat on the doorstep. Finally making a couple things happen. Kasper tries to go between his legs. And Forsberg with a strong save there.
Unlike other value meals, Arby's new $7.99 meat $3 has 3 sides, not just one. It's more meal for your money. Seriously, it's more meal for your money. Where'd that come from? Arby's. This time of year, guys, we're going to go down. 7's a heck of a player. He does a lot for us, plays a lot of half minutes. But you gotta have that next man up mentality. And Adrian kind of takes on a bigger role. Doc's playing on the left. You get a chance to get back in and help the team. And everyone's kind of got an elevated role, and you got to pick up the slack.
Over a month for Hamonic when he returned to the lineup on January 22nd in Winnipeg. He told me today that he knew what his role was going to be on this team.
Travis Hamonic hasn't played in about a month. Again, I know the stick lift and alongside for Samuel Valenius for Jeff Mallett was against Hamonic, and they scored here, but he knows what his role is going to be, and he's going to have to play some games here before the Olympic break when Simon Edmondson comes back. Here's a pass on in front looking for Kane, and that gets deflected. Again, the Red Wings' next broadcast will be on ESPN Plus and Hulu, so certainly seems like Mickey Redmond tied it up with all the other games that the Red Wings get on national TV. One for the neck surgery fusion, able to fix that one up, as Patrick Kane off the turnaround chance. This will be sent down up off the air. Red Wings try to find it, and Kopp will at least get the Red Wings puck possession. With 3:35 left to go in the second. Just a 1-0 contest. Really not any goals to tell you about between the two. And I'm surprised to see the Wings only with 10 shots against a tired Kings team. Probably, again, they could have played the other night against Columbus if not for the awful weather and the black ice and all that, where that game got suspended. But when you think about it, could have been 3 games in 4 nights to still the travel, and yet they feel like they have the legs when the Red Wings have had 2 full days off. You get to go back home. Settle back around for Anton Forsberg. He hasn't had much to do. It's kind of like Ilya Sorokin yesterday. Now to the right side end boards. Here's Dylan Larkin. He misplays the puck off the overskate. As this gets rimmed in behind the end boards, Bernard Docker doesn't get it out. And now the Kings. Bernard Docker makes a saving play there, though. As we recollected, just 2 power plays for the Kings in the first, 1 for Detroit in the first as well. Nothing in the second. As Larkin passed looking for a cross, and this one got deflected by Casper. And this will be settled back down from Ward Sider. Sider across the left side, red line now. They sent in 2:20 left to go in the second. Johnny Worthy on a solo call from LC in downtown Detroit. It's 1-0 Kings. Settle back down now for Kopfer. Now around the inboards, JVR try to find it. It's Emmett Finney. Finney turnaround shot and forced Forsberg into a trapper save with 2:08 left to go in the middle frame.
He has taken right off this year to the next level. He's already an imagination of a star. I mean, this kid, sky is the limit. You don't want to say superstar yet, but right now, one of the top 10 defensemen.
Cop, try to send it around again. Chris Osgood just mentioned with Ward Sider, top 10 defenseman in the NHL. I think that is definitely an understatement. I have to agree with Chris there. Was it sent in behind the end boards now from the Kings? Here is a race for the puck. Johansson will get the hybrid ice. If the Red Wings can get a draw here in this 152 in the ozone, maybe they can get a chance to bring something good with them before the end of the second. It would be nice to get this game tied. It is still only 1-0. Again, it'll be a 7:30 start, probably about 7:40 by the time the puck drops on ESPN Plus and Hulu on Thursday. I will be away for that, but I'll be back on Saturday for the Avs in Detroit with Cooper Hopkins. It'll be a 1 p.m. game on ABC. Left side red line now, Detroit. Sherratt spinning. He tried to stuff it in, as I was saved with the right pad for Forsberg. And are we going to get a call against the Kings? Question mark. With 1:39 left to go in the second. A hooking call against Andrei Kuzmenko. So the Red Wings will indeed go to the power play. And in on the hands and the legs. That's a tough call there as it was going backwards. Special teams comparison for 2 minutes this season. Shots 17th, 21st slot shots, goals 25th. Red Wings 9th, 4th, and 6th in those categories between the kill and the power play. So Red Wings, I'm going to say must score here, even though it's only 1-0 with 1:39 in the second. They were 0 for 1 with 1 shot. You got to get some opportunities and score because you got to bring something good into that third. Kings have been able to shut you down through this first 40, essentially. But that could all change with 1 goal. Here is a tie-up. Red Wings will get it back to the point. Raymond shoots. And this will be caught in the stomach of Anton Forsberg. We'll do it again with 92 seconds left to go in the second stanza. Larkin set to take it again. Bounced up in the air right to Raymond. Try to settle it down near the right dot. Raymond, loop around chance, is cleared down by the Kings as that got deflected. John Gibson, 15 of 16. Anton Forsberg, 11 of 11. It's not John Gibson's fault right now, as this is off the skates of Raymond. I'm able to say that in a couple of months for John Gibson. He's been unbeatable. As this is Larkin, and it's a short-handed chance now for the Kings. Long chance off the one-on-one. And an intercept now. Kings able to kill time. That's inexcusable for Detroit. 50 seconds left to go in the middle frame. Larkin off the drop pass. He's looking for Raymond. Larkin resets now. Gathers a little speed. He gets sticked away. Larkin falls down trying to keep it going. And now it's Trevor Moore able to kill some more time in behind. The Red Wings can't even get going on their own power play with this Kings defense. There's Trevor Moore making life difficult. This is just unsettling by my 4 eyes. Now it was 4 people back here for the Kings, all guarding that blue line. We know what Jim Miller wants to do. He is just doing a neutral zone trap with the LA Kings. That's all I'm seeing right now. 35 seconds left to go on the Wings power play. Go up the ice, gentlemen. As it's Kane off the drop. Here's Kopp. Sider got to shoot it down to 4. Glove save here for Darcy Kemper. And with 2.7 left in the second, when Tom McClellan even entertained pulling John Gibson just to get an extra attacker. Not normally would be the case, but it looks like the Red Wings are going to be kept off the board after 40, but it's only 1-0. I keep saying that because I feel like I have to. It's only 28 shots total. Kings lead at 16-12 off the goal from Samuel Plinius. Jim Miller got to be happy with the defensive effort for the Kings, but I can't imagine this is going to work in the playoffs all too much when you can't score. That's how we end 2. Red Wings still kept off the board. Samuel Plinius the only goal. It's only 1-0 after 2, so we still got 20 more minutes to play, but they got to solve the defensive attack. That's the Kings. They're not going to go away with that lead. Come back in a bit. We'll call the final 20 unless we need more.
Ken, thank you so much. Obviously, it is the second period that we have to how good the Wings have been in second periods this season. That was not necessarily one of them. The one goal coming from Samuel Plinius. What did you see on that play?
Well, it's great coverage down low on the wall. Philly does a good job getting it deep, which they have all game long. This is a team that doesn't rely on fancy plays, so to speak. They just get it down deep and try to cover it. Exactly what happened on this goal. Plinius ends up scoring after the line. Or get down low. The Wings don't recover. 3 men for the Kings down low. The goal scorer down below the hash mark, but no one is covering him. Sloppy play in the corner. Wings looking to clear the zone before they get control of the puck. Leaves it to a 3-on-2 situation.
So let's give you the team stats.
And the Wings were able to get a couple more chances towards the back half of that period. Mike Kelly, the data analyst. We're going to talk about
Shots on goal, 17-12 for LA. 7-7. Hits. 16-7. $11-3 for LA that period. Face-offs. 27-9 Detroit. That is the only area that they've dominated this game, but can't build anything off of it right now.
Well, Mike, looking at it from a defensive side of the play, the goaltender, your goaltender relies on you as a defenseman not to allow that pass across, as you point out. Odds are significantly higher. He's able to make that pass across the front of the net.
And if the Red Wings don't score here, they'll still be 0-2 on the power play alongside the Kings. So Corey Perry was dangerous and behind the net. Had a couple of chances in tight that were blocked or saved by Gibson. 2-on-1 for Fogle and Moore. The pass gets blocked by the stick of Casper. Samuel Plinius gets wide open off the coverage after Hamonic gets stick lifted as Mallet sends it toward the left dot. Plinius scores into the arc of Gibson, not his fault. Larkin wins the puck chase, and the flip in front by Casper gets stopped by Forsberg. The Sider chance also turned away by him. Wings get a late power play, and Trevor Moore kills a ton of time on it. I think that's inexcusable. I think Detroit's been sloppy. Shots on goal, 17-12, 7-7 that period. LA's got that. Hits 16-7, 11-3 that period. LA has that as well. Face-offs, as we said, 27-9. Detroit won that one 14-5 in the period. That's the only thing they've done well. The Kings have given the puck away 16 times, but Detroit can't do anything with that. It is, I'm going to mark in my notes, neutral zone trap.
Yeah, this is the type of game that the Kings wanted to play. It's no surprise
The Kings are 13-6-6 at home.
On the road, you can do whatever you want. You're not trying to please anybody. The only people you're trying to please are the guys within the dressing room. The Kings have called it this season long. This is their formula.
So coming into tonight,
Hopefully get an opportunity to take advantage of it.
13-6-6 on the road.
And this game is falling right into the Kings' hands.
The good news is there's been a lot of pleased fans that have been here over the course of the season here in LCA.
8-10-7 at home.
Only one goal deficit at the moment as this intermission report is presented to you by your Metro Detroit brand dealers. What's coming up here? 1-0 game.
believes in the power of touch. A loving touch. A touch that says, I never let you go. That's why Gold Bond is formulated to make your skin irresistibly touchable. Get in touch. Gold Bond.
At Bell Tire, we're giving free lifetime maintenance with every tire we sell. And beating anyone's price.
And we fix flats for free. It's just what we do for our customers.
Another day getting people back on the road. Bell Tire, that's how we are changing tires.
Some guys are known for the spice throw. Yeah, man, this is a local thing, man.
Way more smart.
Be right back.
Thanks for calling Discover. Hi, I just received your new Discover card. What's extra? Buy what you need for a little extra back. You know, baseball bat? You betcha.
At Baby, we know it's more than a teddy bear latte. It's how you roll. On your shirt. Baby makes it better.
Live the life you chose for yourself. Be with your friends and family. Keep your day job. Sleep in your own bed. But when your nation needs you to join a larger cause, you can be ready to answer the call. Serve with us a few weeks a year for the most uncommon mission of your life.
At Baby, we know it's more than a matcha latte. It's your midday energy. You got this. Baby makes it better.
Red Wings Hockey on FanDuel Sports Network is brought to you by McDonald's of Michigan, Snack Wraps are back, and by your Metro Detroit Buick GMC dealers. How about this? At the end of the yearly pickup,
Go with paper, that's what I was saying.
always paper, all the time. Well, now you're giving away state secrets. Everyone's going to go rocket. Now it's your time to become a member of Wing to Wheel Nation. Join the Red Wings all season long for a membership for the 2026-2027 season, and you'll get priority access to 2026 Stanley Cup playoff tickets. Place your deposit and learn more today at DetroitRedWings.com/deposits.
There's spring cold. And then
I'm your overly competitive brother. I was about to steal this game from you just like I stole Kelly Carter in high school. But now you're ready to settle a score. Game over. You don't have the right home insurance coverage? Well, you end up paying for all this yourself. Get Allstate. Be better protected from mayhem. Yeah, that's big. Thanks, bro. Take a left. We'll beat you. Switch to Allstate and you can save hundreds.
What are you waiting for? Make your move before I do.
There's a Harbor Freight store in your neighborhood where we sell hard-working tools that always work within your program budget. You see, we treat neighbors like neighbors. Harbor Freight, close by. Meet us.
Getting nothing and showing beautiful control.
Get our best price, just $50 a month for 5 years. Guaranteed. It's big. Imagine that.
Let's go across the league as we sit in the second intermission. Still a 1-0 lead for the LA Kings. Simultaneous from Jeff Mallett. Extra only goal after 20. The Bruins lead the Preds 2-1. Jeremy Swayman, 16 of 17. Morgan Geekie has scored his 30th. Again, he used to be a member of the Seattle Kraken, his Cooper Hopkins and I profile. David Pastrnak, his 47th one. Jonathan Aspero, his second assist. Roman Josi on the power play in the ninth from Ryan O'Reilly and Steven Stamkos. Yusei Soros, 20 of 22 as the Bruins lead 2-1 after 2. Sabres lead 4-3 after 2. Rasmus Dahlin and Bobby McMahon exchange goals. Dahlin has had himself a night. He's got 2 goals and an assist and 5 shots. Colton Ellis, 7 of 8. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, 3 of 5. When he was pulled, Joseph Woll, 22 of 26. He's been getting roughed up there as the Leafs are down a goal. Canadiens take a 2-1 lead over the Golden Knights. After 40, Cole Caulfield and Philip Danault. Danault just his second goal of the year. He only had one with the Kings. Zach Bolduc gets an assist, so does Dobson and Mike Matheson. Jets all over the Devils for 2. Jets score 3 times in the second. Gabe Vigliardi, Cole Kepke, and Nito Niederreiter. Jesper Bratt answers for the Devils, assist by Jack Hughes and Dougie Hamilton. Connor Hellebuck, 12 of 14. Jake Allen, 17 of 21. Stars and Blues are scoreless after 1, and the Blackhawks, that is a upset alert special. Ryan Donato, Teuvo Teravainen with a pair of goals. Jesper Wallstedt, 12 of 14. Spencer Knight just 8 of 8 after the first.
Need something with a full-size third row? Any new 26-grand Highlander with 4.99 financing.
Nobody knows all wheel drive better than Toyota. Let's go places. Stock up with hot deals at Menards. For just 99 cents after rebate. A 25-foot treasure, also just 99 cents after rebate. And Riley shop light for only $5.99 after rebate. HX dish bill, it's just $2.99. Hurry, these great deals won't last long. Sign up for Menards emails to get the weekly flyer, plus exclusive daily flash sales right to your inbox. Save big money in Menards. Doug.
There it is, leaving the 50-yard line. Soon we'll be telling the whole stadium how Liberty Mutual customizes car insurance. To save people hundreds!
Looks like we're working. Bit of a hashtag. Only pay for what you need. Liberty, 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 Liberty. Just beginning.
Bigger biscuits, crusts, and cinnamon rolls. Woohoo!
If you're enjoying tonight's game, make sure to subscribe to FanDuel Sports Network or more. Download the app to get started. The only goal of this game so far coming from Samuel Helenas. And Daniela Bruce will have a story on Ben Sherrod, his mentorship with the young guys in this group. That's coming your way next.
The Freestyle Libre 3 Plus sensor tracks your glucose in real time. And over time, it can help lower your A1C. This is progress. Learn more and try for free at freestylelibre.us.
Nobody likes a cracked windshield.
What was that?
No, but you can go to safelight.com and get it fixed now and pay later. Awesome. SafeLight can come to you for free. Don't wait. Get it fixed now and pay later at safelight.com.
Safe like repair, safe like replace.
Doors bring us together. A dedicated Fidelity advisor can help you open those doors.
She's so ready to take over.
With a comprehensive plan to help grow and protect your wealth for generations. Doors are meant to be open.
You see it every month. Your energy bills are rising. It's time for wall-side windows. Proven energy-efficient, custom-made windows direct from our own factory. But you have to call now to get half off every window. Plus an extra 15% off for cash. For 6 years, 0% interest. Wall-side is the affordable choice to save you money. Half off plus an extra 15% off for 6 years, 0% interest. Affordable quality only from Wall-side.
Unlike other outlets, obviously $7.99 meat for $3 has 3 sides, not just one. It's more meal for your money. Seriously, it's more meal for your money. Where'd that come from?
Obvious, we have the meat. A fresh blanket of powdery white snow, the shimmering ice over the Huron River, and the warmth of knowing that your legacy is preserved in this beautiful place for all to visit. Enjoy nature as you walk in our winter wonderland and reflect on the beauty of our 290-acre park. This is winter. This is wonder. This is Michigan Memorial Park and Michigan Memorial Funeral Home. When you need that perfect combination, we're as close as you can get.
John James. You know, he's running, but I'm happy about that, John.
President Trump saved John James' career when he endorsed him for Congress. But when Trump asked James to stay in Congress, James turned his back on him. Worse, James called Trump unfit to lead. Said Trump can't be trusted. Totally disloyal.
Get him out of here!
John James puts himself first. We need a leader who puts Michigan first.
I'm happy about that, John.
Paid for by Michigan First Principles.
Welcome back inside the Caesars Arena as we get set for third period action. The Red Wings find themselves down a goal. Ben Sherrod leading the way to the ice for the start of this third period. And Ben Sherrod has been a steady veteran presence on the Red Wings blue line for a few years now. And during his time here in Detroit, he's taken on the role of a mentor. He's been paired with young, talented defensemen like Mo Seider when he was breaking in to the league, and Axel Sandin Pelican this season as they play most of their time together. And earlier today, Ben Sherrod told me that over time, he's developed his mentorship and leadership style here in Detroit.
Being more positive with guys definitely is a better way of approaching it than say just yelling at someone or giving someone crap for a bad play. So I think being positive, something bad happens, move on, encourage them for the next play, and just approach it that way. I found kind of works better than the opposite.
Who were some of your mentors when you were coming up in Winnipeg with Montreal?
Yeah, I mean, my first partner was Dustin Buffalo. Really lucky, obviously. Pretty dominant player. Mark Stewart, who coaches with Edmonton now, really showed me how to be a professional. Tyler Myers. We had a lot of good defensemen in Winnipeg that I was able to play with and learn from and kind of learn the ropes. So, yeah, I was lucky.
Ben Sherrod also told me the enjoyment that he finds in watching some of these young defensemen develop, like Mo Seider becoming the player that he is, and the steps that Axel Sandin-Pellikka has taken in his game this year. Let's get it over to Ken Daniels and Chris Osgood for this third period, guys.
Thank you, Daniela. Los Angeles in a 1-0 lead. 83% of their games this season have been tied or up.
83% of their games this season, according to Ken Daniels, have been tied to this point. They go to OT. I saw the video the other day from the hockey guy. Shannon said the same thing. Might as well cancel out the periods and go straight to OT whenever you play against the LA Kings, because you already know what's going to happen. That's what I'm hoping at least will happen. As a Red Wings fan here, Chris Osgood on the bench between the glass and alongside Ken Daniels. That is where Mickey Redmond will be when he comes back after the Olympic break, as he's got the Mickey tie as well. So we miss him back in the broadcast booth, the local legend across. Again, I'm hoping on Saturday to be joined by Cooper Hopkins when the Red Wings take on the Avalanche at LCA, that we have some fun with that. I believe it'll be the first time outside of the Red Wings and Flames that we will meet up together just specifically for a Red Wings game. He said he owes me a favor, and I know he's happy to oblige on that end. So the Red Wings abbreviated power play will make them 0-2. I already marked that on my notes as we are 30 seconds into this third period. It's a 1-0 lead for the Kings. Kane and off the glass. I just don't feel like any passes are connecting, and they're playing that defensive shell, that neutral zone trap, LA Kings. As Kuzmenko, he will make this pass across Kempe, fans on it. Might have been a piece for Jacob Bernard Docker, but I thought he could have got more, maybe sniped that corner. And back around for JBD. As Bernard Docker out there with Simon Edmonds, out there with Moritz Seider. I should say Simon Edmondson's going to be out until the Olympic break. This will be flipped back in now for Dylan Larkin. Kept in at the point. Here's a chance, tipped! And that one goes wide to the left side of the goal. He had to brink it out in front there with the screen. Larkin goes and shoots and misses it in behind the net. Axel Sandin-Pellikka now. He's trying to get things going. Ben Sherrod will throw it at the net. This one fought and tipped off by Anton Forsberg, able to keep it out. Marco Kasper back in behind the net now for Dylan Larkin. Red Wings finally looking dangerous here to start this third. Larkin throws it out in front. Kasper and a chance inside for Raymond, lets it go through the traffic. That's a bad shot, honestly, for Lucas, because that's going to allow the Kings to flip that down the ice. Axel Sandin-Pellikka now. Back for Sherrod. Sherrod not really turning on the burners, don't have much. As that one sent in deep for Finney. We'll try to go ahead and get a forecheck, but the Kings safely get this one from left to right off the one-on-one. And that is not iced. It touched Gibson's net. This goes the other way now for the Wings. Flip back in across that Finney line. Anton Forsberg. He's going to need to give up a greasy goal here for the Red Wings to get back into it. It's only a 1-goal deficit, but still, that's what it feels like when they've said that throughout the second intermission. Now on the left side, red one. Kings, long shot here for Ward. That one fought up on the blocker of Gibson. Now on the left side boards. Wings, turn around lazily, does not get out again. As this is flipped up and off a glove hand by Detroit and then settled down. And across the opposite blue line, Red Wings turn around on their own end. Don't want to give up puck possession. Settle down for Albert Johansson. 17:05 left to go in the third. John here with you on the solo call from LCA. Looking for Soderblom was Rasmussen. Now to the right side board, slap shot high away from the glove of Anton Forsberg. 2-on-1 could develop, but John Gibson rattles it around the glass. They closed down by Armia. Seider now gets to it. Seider, one-hand swipe. He got dispossessed from behind. And the Kings will flip this one up. Soderblom able to stay on sides. Now to the left side. Dot falls down, looking for Rasmussen in behind the net. Soderblom pop up near the left side red line. Still trying to hold on to that puck against the inboards. Look back around for Rasmussen. Kept on the outside is Detroit. Put back around the right side boards in the far corner. As Sandin-Pellikka jumps in to get a hit. Kings rolling puck goes out to Ben Chirot. This will be chipped in the glass. Tabaclon squad in the middle of the change, and they will relent as this goes left to right. Try to get a steal there for Patrick Kane, and this will be sent in deep. Red Wings have to recollect quickly here for Sandin Pellikka. Good shovel with the offhand. Able to get the puck out. Takes a hit to make a play. Cobb try to get a steal. Kane joins in. Can't touch for the too many men on the ice as they had to wait to go back to Chirot. And now right to left. Off the spin and turn. Kane needs help. He will get it himself. Windmill attempt loses it in the neutral zone now. And this will be settled down along for Rasmussen. Chirot. Corey Perry near the doorstep as Chirot still trying to do yeoman's work outside the zone. Red Wings at least get to the opposite blue. With the Brinket on a one-on-one. The Brinket on his backhand, he should have went for it. He went for the pass instead. As that was recollected down to the left side dot for Edmondson. Man, he would love to see the Brinket shoot that puck when you get a one-on-one. As Corey Perry gets canceled off by Sider. Harden behind the inboards. Red Wings third period's usually their best. You need to get going. Picked him on the backhand for Casper. Now to the left side red line. Casper spins, buys some space. Wide open Sider! Shot blocked. Sider again looking for Larkin. And this one goes up the inboards. Turnaround chance fought off by Forsberg. Couple of chances the Red Wings don't shoot. They second guess. And you can't do that against the Kings team. From what we're seeing. When you get them, you got to take them. Raymond. As it's now Casper sent in. Sider now on the forecheck. He's all the way in the offensive zone. This will be sent back. Red Wings going to turn it over here. And off the stick lift, Gibson's going to have to bail him out. That shot goes wide. Looks like a penalty hand in the air to Detroit. Man, oh man. 14:07 to go on the third. It's a slash. And we'll see what's going to be on for Detroit, but we know they're going to the box. It'll be the third power play for the Kings. It's their first since the first period. Jacob Bernard Docker. It's not a good pass. Red Wings have been pretty sloppy with the puck in this game. And I know you can say that it's the behest of the Kings and their defensive work. I'm not going to disagree with that, but I can't say it's completely 50-50. I got to think it's probably more 65-35 if I'm being kind to Detroit. I think it's been more of their turnovers and the 65% than anything else. When you do the chip and chase without the chip or chase, that used to be under the tutelage of the former Red Wings head coach, now who is in the Toronto Maple Leafs. You just can't afford to do that. When you're thinking about Uncle Fester, you don't want to do that under Tom McClellan. That's when you get angry. Again, former team knows how they play. 14:01, linesman got hit with the stick that got taken out of the hand. I was thinking of Derek Lalonde. That was right enough to draw. Linesman gets hit in the face. Might need some repairs. Step aside there for a moment. Get back into the play-by-play.
Line of fire quite often during the course of a game. Like missed shots, wide shots, ricochets, and sticks up high. Literally straight up defense had taken a good look at that.
Emily's thinking, I lost some teeth on that.
Either, that's the thing. Yeah, that's what you gotta watch out for.
He goes off, we'll go to a three-man system.
The linesman got clipped near the eye. He's going to have to go off, so they'll go to a three-man unit here for the Zebras. Kings power play is a hook against Jacob Bernard Docker of Detroit. Has 1:55 left to go in their third opportunity. It's only a 1-0 game. It's worth repeating again. And when you look back down, it's simultaneous from Jeff Mallett on the fourth line. Only his second goal of the year. As this is a face-off win by the Kings. Here is a fake of a shot. Brent Clarke puts it at the point. Here's Clarke, shoots it. This one deflected before it ever hit Gibson. Comfort into the right side corner, battling with Andrei Kuzmenko. Comfort now trying to get it out off the inboards. Will do so. This will hit Anton Forsberg. Forsberg, good outstretched pass to the left side wing. That'll allow the Kings entry here. He did that all in one stride. It's Brandt Clarke now for Fiala. Fiala is going to help get in front of the net for Corey Perry. Fiala near the right dot will get it back. Here for Clarke. Fiala, head up, touch pass, one-timer, scores. Andrei Kuzmenko. We've seen that a bunch in Calgary, and that looks like that's going to be the GWG at best, as it's a 2-0 lead for the Kings. But Andrei Kuzmenko, off the one touch, was gorgeous. That was a quick release there. They got near the right side bumper from Kempe. That's a bomb. Good setup there from Fiala, Kempe, Kuz. That's a great shot. That one goes but underneath the legs of Gibson. He never saw it. I can't blame him there. Both those goals, not his fault. Red Wings hadn't played well at all in this game. But Kuzmenko, that's a goal-scoring goal. 12 points in the last 17 games. Everybody liked him in Calgary. I did too. And now he's doing the same thing with the Kings. Here's more. They could score again. Chance up in the high slot. Now the Red Wings down by 2. We'll see if that'll at least turn on the burners for them or if the Kings just shut them out. But either way, this is a game you want to flush. Kempe, Fiala, as we said, get the assist from Kuz's power play goal. Doughty. Raymond. And now on the right side boards. But at least this game should end quickly. It would be weird to see the Kings not win in regulation here. As now it's Raymond on his backhand. He will spin. Raymond works his way to the net. Raymond, power move, and a penalty coming up to the Kings.
Starting at just $4. So now you can decide how big you want those, which is kind of beautiful. I'm not compensating, you're compensating. More biggie options so you can get more of what you really want at Millionaires. With Millionaires, so we know we're upset. Again, Sears Rewards plugins through rewards for all players at all levels. It's an exciting first and reward box that make any day feel like a holiday. What's fun that's actually endearing? What is a holiday thing? Call it ultra. FanDuel Casino. Hey, Red Wings fans! Sign up to watch the Red Wings all season long. FanDuelSportsNetwork.com. Download the app to get started.
All the Wings has a chance to be sponsored by PNC Pool Vision.
It's a power play for Detroit. Both teams have 3 chances. The Kings have just scored to make it a 2-0 lead from Andrei Kuzmenko. Raymond, Larkin to Brinkett, Sider, Kane All the top guns out. 0 for 2 with 2 shots. They've got the score here. As this one is recollected across the left side boards and out for 88. Patrick Kane, late for Sider. Sider now has got it. He will flip this one back. And alongside Kane, starting to rush up the ice. And this will be sent back down again. It has been sloppy for Detroit. And if they play this way against Colorado on Saturday with Cooper on the call, him and I might have to flip games. It's to Brinket now. Here for Larkin to the right side. Raymond wide open near the dots. He shoots. That went up high and deflected off the glove of Anton Forsberg. Kane can't find it near the right side. Dot and the Kings can kill more time. They will recollect, get it in the wing zone, and slowly put it down the ice. They have played a wonderful road game. You got to give them credit. They've been able to close down lanes. Raymond now to the right side, ripping around the end boards. It is not around yet. The Brinket put it around for Dylan Larkin, and that one's turned over. There's been a lot of that for Detroit. They run around the end boards, they run out of space. The Kings hold the blue line with 4. They can't get in. They're stuck to chip and chase, lose the puck. They can't get really things going. That's what the Kings are trying to do. They got 4 back again on this kill. As Kalp, this one will get flipped back down the ice to John Gibson. It's really no mistake about what they're doing. All the Wingspans can see it. I can see it, calling it with you. And I'm not trying to beat a dead horse. That's just the way they're trying to play. You got that trap if they scored the first goal, and it's been able to hold. Van Riemsdyk, Sandin Pellikka, down to the left side, looking for Kopp. This one bounced up into the air. Turnaround chance. Goes off the backboards. Try to get shot up high. Bounced out of the air. Tried to stick lift in Detroit. Didn't want to get this over the crossbar when it counted anyway. And now Cece able to send it around. Drew Doughty comes out of the box. Red Wings go for 3 on the power play. Kings 1 for 3. Sandin Pellikka. Got 10 minutes left to go in this third. Red Wings still only down 2. But where is the first goal going to come from? If it does, or am I going to get back-to-back shutouts and back-to-back days? Could happen. Soderblom on the left side. He is knocked off the puck. Michael Rasmussen. Soderblom trying to throw it in front. Soderblom shoots. And the rebound deflected as it goes off the back skate of Soderblom. And now the Kings able to skid this one up the ice. Laferriere try to toe drag. Gets canceled off by Chirot. Soderblom in his own end. Red Wings trying to go right to left in the home Reds with the white stripe. Kings in the road whites with the black. Soderblom, excellent move as he goes end to end. Works it in behind the net now. Soderblom runs into the referee. And the Kings will flip this one down the ice. Shotboard only 19-17. It has been busy. It was like the game yesterday when the Islanders won 4-0. Picked up now for Trevor Moore. His wrister rimmed around the inboards. Goes up and on a play. Hits the glass and out. 9:20 left. We'll step aside. It's Kuz's goal that made it 2-0. Might be enough for the kill shot. Raymond's chance goes off the tip of the glove of Anton Forsberg. Take a break. I don't know what to say, guys. If you are a Red Wings fan, this one's been tough to watch. If you're a Kings fan, I think you can tell me, is this more along the lines of what you would see in a road game for the Kings? I mean, I look at their record, and I wrote that down. 13-6-6 on the road, 8-10-7 at Crypto. Larry Murphy on the panel for Detroit said, maybe this is the type of game that they can't play at home because the fans want to be excited. They would be bored of a defensive game. I'm not going to care about that. You want the 2 points. Being a hockey fan, that's all you ask for. My only question is, okay, the Kings can make the playoffs playing this way, but if you're only scoring 1 or 2 goals, do you think that that's enough to actually win you a couple rounds in the playoffs? Because I don't think so. I said the same thing about the Flyers the other day. Again, they don't have the goaltending to be able to probably get themselves in the playoffs. You can lock things down with Darcy Kemper and Anton Forsberg, but if you can't score, you're going to be in the same situation that the Kings always are. Maybe get the first round and then lose after that. God forbid, don't play against the Oilers again. But good for the regular season, but I just don't think it quantifies much in the postseason as far as having sustained success. But what say you?
Here's an update to FanDuel. The player we have seen parlay so far, none of these have hit Alex DeBrincat. Has no shots on net, actually only one shot attempt in this game. They're still looking for him.
So Alex DeBrincat, they're looking for 4+ shot. He's got none. He's got one shot attempt, but none on net. No points for Kopp, no points for Kane. It wings down 2-0. They haven't been able to get anything. When you can shut down Larkin, DeBrincat, Raymond, and Kane, you shut down the Red Wings. But not a lot of teams have been able to do that. Credit the Kings for this on the road. Fiala. This does not get out. It was just kept in by Cody Ceci. And the Red Wings have to do some due diligence in their own end. 9-10 left to go in the third. Here's a one-timer. This one saved by Gibson as he was in the butterfly near the left post. He hasn't really had much to do, John Gibson, but it's been less for Anton Forsberg. Gibson's probably made a couple of saves he shouldn't. I think the scoreline probably is where it should be, 2-0 Kings. But I'm not used to seeing the Red Wings being shut down this much. But Shannon had said it right, the hockey guy. I mean, this is what the Kings want to do. This is how they want to play. But I just said to you, how much does that translate when you get into April and May? If you even get them now. JT Compher on a D-zone draw. Red Wings win that again. Now to the right side as Moritz Seider. Ship it out, bounces off a couple of sticks. Utah and Florida tied at those. Utah just got shut out by the Big Cat yesterday, trying to get 2 points against the Cats in the back-to-back against Florida. Rare pass that was turned over in front of the slot by the Kings. JVR off the drop. Backhand, Detroit looking for JVR in front. He gets knocked down. Somebody tangled up out in front is Detroit. No penalty called. And then they'll turn it over immediately after. The Blackhawks up 3-0 on the Minnesota Wild. Yet Detroit can't score against the Kings. Back pass. Got one knocked down. Dallas now 2-0 on the Blues after being shut out first. As this one goes D to D. 8:08 left to go in our contest. Looks like 8:08 heartbreak if I got that one right. In between Kanye West. As this one's back down toward the left side blue line and settle down for Fiala. I'll take this one D to D as Jim Hiller's squad middle to change. Kuzmenko, the latest goal scorer. Try to wrap him behind the net, goes off the blade of Chirot. And now picked up by the Kings, right side red line. Here's a turnaround chance and fought up by the stick shaft of John Gibson. He was getting held by Kuzmenko with the stick. He rips it away. That's a little inauspicious. Now the right side inboards. Sent by Kuzmenko. Picked up for Joel Armia. Now alongside for Kuz. Step through. He's had a hell of a shift. Chirot can't take it away from him. Kuzmenko trying to throw it out in front. Excellent work. Picked up again now. This will be settled back down. There's a wide open chance for Corey Perry. He plays the carom. Now it's Armia off the spin and turn. Armia held up against the board. He's just killing time. He's doing Larkin trying to get this out. Red Wings can get it out of their own end. As this is flipped back down now. Finally, Dylan Larkin off the 2-on-2. Gains the entry off the drop. Casper trying to get it to Larkin, and he gets a shot blocked. 21-17 only on the shot board. Again, this game does look a lot like yesterday, except the Kings only have 2 goals when the Islanders had 4, when it was 4-0 on the Flyers. But Anton Forsberg really just put a pillow back there. Picked up for Detroit. Cross-ice feed. Johansson finds the entry. Here's the Cat. Slows it down. Chance Rister goes off the stick. The Forsberg chance at the point. Forsberg plays it quickly, gets it to Kempe. Will chip it off the glass. About 6 minutes left to go in this game. Red Wings down a pair. Rimmed around the inboards. Kempe's got it. Take the long flip. Settle down. Touch pass. Red Wings, good spot to shoot right dot. Put off by Forsberg from Kopp. Now to the left side. Kane try to press in. Seider back skate will hold the line. It'll give Red Wings puck possession as it goes to ASP. Shot board 21-20. Here's Rasmussen. Off the cross ice, Ward is there. Good stick lift. Mallet able to steal. Red Wings get it back to the left side red line. Now they'll rim it around off the stick shaft of Forsberg from Rasmussen. Looking for a slow wrap. It's loose out toward the right dot. Bomb for Pellikka. Off the end boards. And this one stays in high slot, Sandy Pellikka. Sider, spin toward the net, and that one was a little mercurial. Get blocked and go to Sandy Pellikka. 5 minutes left to go in the third. You're going to wonder when John Gibson's going to leave the crease. Shot board 21-20 Kings. They're up 2-0. Red Wings cough it up near the left side red line. Casper try to find space. Dylan Larkin holds the line, shoots. This one gets tipped up and out of play. We'll take a TV timeout. We'll finish it off. Red Wings still down 2. 4:52 left in the third.
So when you try the mini taco salad, do you say the love with it, or should you not just drink? Enjoy the lettuce. Just don't let it go. You know there's no valet. And who's getting the car? Taco Bell's new less value. Senior staff even notices all $3 price.
So it certainly looks like the Red Wings are going to stay with 69 points. Again, the Sabres with a victory would go to 65. They would go to 52 games. Red Wings at 54. Lightning would stay at 51. So still 2 games in hand for the Sabres. And they could essentially tie Detroit with those games in hand. Right now it's 5-3. They lead the Leafs. And the Kings in Montreal look like they're going to go to overtime. 23 seconds left. Montreal would at least get to 64 points. But if the Sabres hold on and get their victory with the game in hand, they would stay in the 3rd seed of the Atlantic.
It's been a tough game for the Leafs to get any type of lead chances where you just got to look. Where there's nobody wrong alone on Forsberg. Those are the few coming through. Then in the offensive zone, you get hold on the pucks, most of the Leafs really play that. Where's Donovan? They're chasing guys around. There's one that rolls up, phone check. With the other Kings and the other coaching staff, you're seeing is a well, it's been a near perfect game. But there's still plenty of time left in this game. Only 2 will leave the Leafs. And have to get one here in the next 2 minutes.
Ozone draw for Detroit. Dylan Larkin can't win it off the forehand pullback. Here is a forecheck, though, for Detroit. Lucas Raymond plays it off the backboards near the left dot. Raymond on his forehand looking for a deflection. That one wide of Forsberg. Across that same red line. Picked up by Detroit. Lucas Raymond sent out front high slot. Stolen by Sandy Pellikka. Slap pass turnaround. That one almost hit the left post as this goes down the ice to Ben Sherratt. Shot board tied at 21. Red Wings with the third period trying to press. There's Sherratt in off the end boards. Flip pass. It's to break it. Oh, he gets denied on a breakaway. Beautiful save there for Forsberg. That was the one chance the Red Wings finally got, as it was a flip pass from Raymond. It caught Warren Foegele by surprise, and Anton Forsberg shuts the door. Beautiful goaltending work. He tried to get a lift, and Forsberg met him there near the left post, as the Red Wings are still waiting for their first goal. That was the first time the voice register had to go up. Now it's an opportunity to take another draw. Rasmussen wins it. And I'm not sure what the whistle was for. Buffalo's now 6-3 on Toronto. So they will stay in that 3rd seed. Montreal does pick up a point. Doesn't look like Detroit's going to get any. So they'll never get any help in the Atlantic. I just don't think any of these other teams want to lose. when it comes to that. It's been so much fun to watch in the Atlantic. You might see the Sabres and the Red Wings in the playoffs, but you do miss Simon Edmondson, thankfully not for many games, but this is a tough stretch. You got LA, Washington, Colorado twice, and then Utah before the break. Red Wings could easily go on a 4 or 5 game losing streak, and that could put them in the WC at that point. Shot goes up and on a play. It'll stay in the Wings' end. They're still down 2, but they're running out of time. I don't see the call for Gibson to go to the crease just yet, as it's 4:05 left. But time is starting to dwindle. One more draw here. Rasmussen set to take it. And off the tie-up, Red Wings get it. Michael Rasmussen working behind the net, keeping it alive on the backhand. Across the left side wall, spinning, turn deep now alongside Soderblom. Soderblom near the right bumper. He gets edged off the puck by Edmondson. This will be stick chop looking for Trevor Moore. Red Wings get it toward the left side red line. John Gibson going to make his way to the goal crease. And the Red Wings' last resort's on. 6-on-5 down by 2 goals. 3:30 left to go in the third. Larkin rims it around the end boards now as he gained the red line. Kings don't get it out. Now to the right side. Larkin trying to find a puck battle. Vulcanized rubber not moving just yet. The refs can blow it dead if it does not. Larkin, enough to tie up. LA content to kill some time. Turnaround shot goes wide. Larkin around the inboards for Kane. And now Kempe. Flip this one down in a good stick battle won by the Wings. Gives them puck possession across center ice. Raymond off the flip. Cat going to give chase now. Settle around the end boards, not out. Sider down to a knee. Gets bumped off the puck. Rolling wide of the post. It'll be an ice against the Kings. On the ice right now, JVR, Raymond, Kopp, Larkin, Kane, DeBrincat, 6-on-5, Red Wings down 2. 2:45 left to go in the third. It's Alex Laferriere against Kopp. Kopp has a huge advantage on it. He wins it. Raymond, left circle. Raymond shoots, deflected. Forsberg saves back away at it. He's got it underneath the legs. Another O-zone draw for Detroit. Forsberg made a couple of saves at the doorstep. Red Wings tried to jam away, couldn't score. One to Sider. Sider high slot. Stick up in the air. Kane shoots off the backboard. DeBrincat try to stuff it in. Short side chance. It's at the net. It's loose. Kane can't get a stick on it now. As it's picked up around the end boards. It's Kopp. Back to Kane. Right around. Here's a chance for Sider. Deflected. Scores! 2:15 left. Red Wings get on the board, and they got time. It's 2-1. The crowd applauds Patrick Kane on the secondary assist from that goal scored by DeBrincat. Makes it 2-1, and Gibson leaves the net again. They need one more goal. Kane has just tied Mike Modano for most points among American-born skaters. Seider shoots, and it's into the glove hand of Anton Forsberg, and this will be another draw. This last 158 has made things interesting. Games to reach 1374. Mike Modano took 1,495 games. Patrick Kane, 1,341 games, 154 games quicker. One more point will set the all-time record. Can he do it in this tie? Can the Red Wings get at least a point? Can they force OT? Can they win it? Cop, as this is won by Detroit again. Picked up on the left side boards. Here is Raymond. Now for Seider. Seider goes back to Lucas Raymond. Now Moritz, right side point. Now to Lucas. 1:40 left to go in the third. Red Wings down 1. Here is Raymond. Shoots. This one tipped. Larkin tried to send it back. And now this will go to Seider. Slap shot in behind the inboards. Extra attacker still out. Red Wings scored one time with it. Made it 2-1. As this will be flipped back down. Red Wings have their hands in the air looking for a penalty. I don't think it's going to be a penalty, but this will stay in the LA zone. 1:24 left to go in the third. Todd McClellan might be taking a TO. Patrick Kane still out there. John Gibson looking on the bench here and hoping his team can tie it up. It's not been his fault. They've been shut down. And now the Wings will meet over with Todd McClellan to discuss things. It's going to be another face-off on the left dot. This time Andrew Kopp against Laferriere. Laferriere's had a rough night. He's not been able to win it. Here is the Red Wings with possession. Seider off the tip, looking for Kane to jam away at it. He was trying to get the second point and break the record and tie the game all in one fell swoop. 1:16 left to go in this third. All of a sudden, this game has gotten a whole hell of a lot more exciting. As that was tipped, and Forsberg had to make a save near the right side of the post. Seider's chance was a knuckle puck, and Kane, if he could have collected that in one fell swoop, that would have been insane. Now this will be in the right side dot for Kopp. Kopp now off the tie-up. This should go in. It does. Empty net goal for the Kings. Makes it 3-1. I would expect Detroit to keep the empty net pull, but that is huge for them. Looks like they can keep the 2 points. And is it Corey Perry? I think it is. So Corey Perry ends up scoring an empty net goal. Now the Kings up 3-1. Wings only have 60 seconds left. They were close to tying this game, that's for sure. This is settled now, but it was a little too late. As this will be flipped back down the inboards. I think John Gibson's still in the goal crease now. As this is played in off the back pass. Soderblom. Now for Johansson. Soderblom. Put this one up the gut. I mean, out of the left side. So the Kings will take this victory. We'll see if they pull a John Gibson. I don't see the hook just yet here for Sal McClellan. But they did get one to try to make it interesting late. This one tipped, goes wide. Picked up now. Johansson tried to throw it at the net, fought off by Forsberg. Now all of a sudden, Anton Forsberg had some work to do. But again, it took for the back half of the third period. Couldn't touch it. LA's taking a penalty. They're just trying to make them touch the puck. It goes through the legs smartly. LA finally touches it now. That was pretty expertly 1,000 IQ play. Let the puck go between the legs. Make sure the Red Wings power play doesn't start until 6 seconds. They're going to run out of time in this game. It looks like they're going to fall 3-1. Is Adrian Kempe going to go to the box? But we will finish it nonetheless. Corey Perry got the empty net winner. Again, not the GWG. That's going to belong to Kuz. That is unassisted right now, according to the ESPN box. So time for one more draw. Red Wings will win it. Shoot it on, and this one's saved by Forsberg, and that ends it. Red Wings fall. They don't gain any points. Kings win 3-1. Kane does tie the record for Mike Madonna. But as it is, the Sabres win the game against the Maple Leafs, and the Canadiens win an OT against the Golden Knights. So, boy, oh boy, just can't get any sort of break if you're the Red Wings. I'm not trying to sound like a homer there, but continuing to pick up points, as we'll see. Again, that hasn't updated. The Canadiens have 65. Buffalo's got 65. 2 games in hand could get them tied with Detroit should they win them. And again, you got to be careful if you're Detroit because you got Washington on Thursday on the Hulu game. Then you got a back-to-back with Colorado home and home. Then you have the Utah Mammoth. That could easily be a 5-game losing streak if you're not careful for Detroit heading into the break, and then they go back on the road. So you're going to have to bounce back quickly against Washington on Thursday. We'll see if they can do it. Red Wings fall 3-1. That's your final. I will see you Saturday alongside Cooper Hopkins on the ABC call. That at 1 p.m. Eastern against the Avalanche. We're going to have some fun with that regardless. I appreciate you guys. Stay tuned. Peace.